I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story, and I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Hey, it's Opie and Anthony, and we're back live in New York.
Pay attention, they spark controversy.
Fuck you!
Being able to do the show we want to do.
Hold on tight, kid.
Jesus fucking Christ!
One of the biggest fines in FCC history is slapped against Opie and Anthony.
You got a couple of great guys over there.
Opie and Anthony have cost their bosses a lot of money.
Yay, Ben!
Hold a sex stunt at St. Patrick's Cathedral back in 2002.
We've learned our lesson, right?
Yeah, we have. We've learned our lesson.
We're reckless, arrogant, stupid dicks.
I would like to extend to you an invitation to the pants party.
Get your cock out.
You know the Holocaust?
Uh-huh.
Picture the exact opposite of that.
Wow, that's really nice.
That's just too good to be true for most people.
Do you realize who you hired?
Beautiful girls violate.
What kind of sick mind operates like that?
The Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
For many days I didn't bring him here because I suffer when he bites me. Bite in my vagina.
Chester! Here, boy, come on, Chester!
Is this on? Is this on? I bring nothing to the table. Is this on? Is this on? I bring nothing to the table.
It's Friday! Friday! It's Friday!
Unbelievable. Good morning and welcome to the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. Hi. The home of Oprah Winfrey. Oh, that's right. The signing of Oprah Winfrey to XM Satellite Radio is the big story today. She's the new kid. I think she'll do okay. As far as the stock market goes and the media goes. I think she'll do all right. And the business pages in your local paper. It's a huge deal for XM. Very excited. Completely different audience than what we're going after. Yeah. But when you're trying to build a media company, I guess it's a smart thing to do. She's got a little power behind her. Certainly does. Got a few viewers. Just a few. Big story. And I think she makes the announcement on her TV show today. They taped it yesterday, but it's going to air today. I saw some clips about that today.
I couldn't tell you how far in advance any of those shows are taped. I know some people do them the day before. Other people, it's like months and months later those shows air.
Yeah, it's weird. I think she's like on a day delay.
Really?
I'm guessing, yeah.
Keeping it topical.
I'm guessing. And then she takes Fridays off.
Yeah. Really?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
That seems to be the thing to do when you reach, like, you know.
Uber status?
Yeah. You're making
or
a lot
lazy status?
A lot of money, yeah.
Lazy status?
And you go, you know something? The 3-day weekend don't look too bad.
Wait till Howie's listeners find out that he's only working 4 days. The company is basically telling Howie, don't mention it yet.
Don't mention it yet.
We're in a little shaky area.
We're going to be raising the rates.
We're going to be raising the rates.
Don't mention that they're going to pay more and get less of you.
That's right. So if you could bear with us, Howie.
Yeah.
Down the road, we'll finally let you tell your listeners that you're only going to work 4 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
And the equivalent of 9 months a year, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to love you. They're going to absolutely love you. He was supposed to make that announcement already. But the company's so fucked up right now, they basically sat him down and said, look, help us out here. Help us out. Don't say anything yet. Let's go to Ian in Nova Scotia. Ian.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
I just wanted to call in quick there and thank Jimmy for his recommendation. He was spot on the money.
On what? What was it?
Taboo 2.
Oh,
wow. Look at that. You recommended a feature?
Definitely. I downloaded it last night off Kazaa, and, man, that's a fucking good movie. It makes me want to have a daughter.
Yeah, it's a really good. It's a gem.
Now, what year did that come out, Jimmy?
82.
Wow,
82. That's old school porn.
Yeah, Curtis Stevens directed it. It was really great.
That's old school porn when you watch and it had something. It was based on reality in some weird way.
They had
like the new
lines.
porns I can't get into because it's so stupid. I like a little story with my porn,
I do
believe it
too.
or not.
Absolutely.
Something you can possibly get into.
Something you can relate to, because the taboo part of the sex, like, all right, they're having sex. Who cares? It's a dick and a vagina. But if there's a storyline that makes something inappropriate, it's like, oh, that's kind of hot. Like, she shouldn't be banging him. That's why I kind of like it.
The new porns with the bright lights, and it's a phony set. It's like, no, man. The old days, it was all shady and,
Yeah, of course.
Had a plot line.
Back then?
What?
Was Ron Jeremy in every movie back then?
Yeah, Ron's in the orgy scene there. But he was really skinny back in those days. Yeah, he was in everything, man.
How many movies do you think Ron Jeremy has done?
I would love to know, dude.
Because you're right. He was in every movie back in the day. Every single porn had Ron Jeremy in it.
And he doesn't speak in this one. I mean, this is before he was really famous. He was just a hired dick, and he would just...
hired cock.
Yeah, he would just bang in the orgy scene.
Well, Ian from Nova Scotia, I'm glad you enjoyed Jimmy's movie choice.
Yes.
Right on, guys.
Well,
Dave Kenny.
You're welcome, son, and good luck.
Bye.
All right. Jeremy in Jersey, let's say hi to him. Jeremy, what's up?
Boy.
What's up, Jeremy?
Hi, Midge-me.
Hi.
Listen, as a, Anthony.
Yeah.
As a heterosexual degenerate listener of this program, I am excited about the Oprah signing. It's another nail in Sirius's coffin.
Yes. I think so, too. And they were trying to spin it over there yesterday. It's like sometimes, I was telling Anthony before the show, sometimes if there's news that comes out, all right,
what happened there?
Well, fuck it then.
No, he might have, no.
No, they were trying to spin it over at the little doggy company. There are times when your competitor does something that you either just got to make believe it never happened or be honest and say, you know what, whoa, they got us there. That's a really good move. It's a really good move for XM Satellite Radio. And to spin it any other way is just ridiculous, and you're not sounding honest. Yeah. Oprah's got a massive following. Basically, it's going to be an extension of her TV show. All those stupid housewives driving around like Anthony said in the office in their minivans, they're going to be checking out the Oprah channel because it's an extension of the TV show. It's all the people on her show that the viewers love. Now they get a little extra time. And then you get Oprah doing something with Gail, her best friend. It's just a huge win for the company. And then Oprah gets to promote it on this monster TV show that she has.
Yep.
I've heard rumors that she gets something like 28 million viewers at times on that TV show.
That's a lot.
Dude, that's starting to get into the area of the audience we have.
Starting. Give her time.
Almost, Jim, almost. So, you get the free advertising because she's going to be mentioning XM from time to time on that huge TV show. And all those dumb housewives that follow what Oprah has to say are going to be running out getting their XMs immediately. She talks about a stupid cologne on that TV show, and next thing you know, it's the hottest thing in America.
Yeah.
And the book club, obviously, what she does with that.
Yeah.
But don't cross her, man, because then she'll fry you live on TV like she did to James Fry.
He definitely deserved it, though.
Holy. Did you see that hour? It was one of the best hours of TV in recent memory.
I heard it was really uncomfortable.
She just sat him down and ripped him apart. Why he would accept that, I don't know. Because now he's finished. He is finished.
Well, he probably thought that if I accept it, at least I'll be able to defend myself on certain points. I didn't see it, but, I mean, there's no way. When you get caught lying like that, you just got to...
Of course, we're talking about A Million Little Pieces. And, James Fry went on Larry King, and Larry King is like, with the softball questions. Ha, ha, ha. So is there any... Yeah, go ahead, Ann, sorry.
Well, I didn't really have much, just is the cover really cardboard?
Yeah, exactly.
What,
James Fry went on Larry King, and Larry gave him the softball questions like Larry knows how to do. And James Fry skated. And Larry didn't even push the issue.
No.
How much of the book is false? And I think he said 8 pages or something crazy like that.
Is there anything in there about garlic?
Yeah.
Or grape juice, Welch's grape juice?
So he's like, maybe 8 pages. I exaggerated a little bit. And Larry's like, all right, you're free to go. and on top of it, Oprah calls Larry King and defends James Fry.
Yeah.
And James Fry's there with his mom, and James Fry's mom is like, oh, hi, Oprah, all happy for her son. And then it comes out that, oops, he wasn't telling the truth, nowhere near the truth. So Oprah's like, holy shit, you made me look bad on Larry King. You're coming on my show.
Yeah.
And he sat there, and Oprah just ripped into him.
Berated.
And it got to a point where he just bowed his head down. He looked like he was going to cry. And then experts that were on the panel, on the same show, talked about him as he's sitting there. And he was completely out of the discussion.
Been in that situation. It's not pretty. When they're sitting around talking about you. Hey, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
I'm in the room, people.
But it was, publishing experts and media people and columnists. And there's James Frey, like, just looking down at the couch, going, oh, my God, can I go? Please let me go.
Just got to make it through the moment because he obviously made a bunch of cash on that thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, now there's lawsuits coming out, though. I don't know.
What could they sue him for?
I don't know. I don't know.
Fake book?
For a fake book.
Just say oops.
But it wasn't in the fake book section is the problem.
Oops, they didn't put a non in front of the fiction.
It was in the non-fake book section.
Non-fake book?
Which is fiction, I think.
What is that? Fiction or non-fiction?
But wouldn't a fake story be non-fiction?
Fake story is fiction.
No, I know how it works,
but it should be not fact.
Yeah, because it's confusing.
Not
me.
fact.
I go to the bookstore and I want to look for some good real stories, and I'm always in the wrong section. I can't figure it out every fucking time I go in there. I'm the worst.
Well, fiction doesn't mean fact, does it? Does anyone know what fiction means?
I don't know.
No.
Fiction, it means fake.
Yeah, malarkey.
Yeah.
So nonfiction.
Balderdash.
Oh, come on now.
But then
I used to go to the bookstores and go into the photography section and just pull out the big photography books and look for naked women in it. Because in every photography, not every photography book, you'd have to pick and choose, but some of them, they'd have whole sections on nude photography, And it was a great place to get a little bit of smut if you just were by a bookstore.
How old were you when you did this?
In my teens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking recently.
Yeah, last week. Barnes & Noble.
You lived in Brooklyn.
Jacking off.
Don't you hate when people say Barnes & Nobles? There's no S at the end of Noble, shitheads.
People do that a lot. Oh. They add that S on.
Barnes & Noble.
Like going to Barnes & Nobles? No, I don't.
Jimmy Norton's.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to OJ in Arizona.
Jimmy Norton's.
OJ.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing this morning?
Better now that you called. Thanks, OJ.
Hey, I just want to congratulate the two XM black women. First of all, Black Earl and Oprah.
No, well, we have Tyra Banks.
Yeah,
we have some
diverse.
fine black people working for XM Satellite Radio.
Absolutely, but I tell you what, Black Earl's the biggest black girl that I know. I mean, that was great audio.
Oh,
yesterday.
Black girl, I get it. That's pretty good.
Well, we do have an update on Earl. He's in a bit of trouble with the company, and I gotta start the show by saying to the company down there in Washington, D.C., they listen every day. It's definitely my fault that Earl just lost his fucking mind.
Yeah.
We pushed Earl's buttons until he lost his mind.
Yeah,
We've been doing that. We've been doing that for years. We needle him until he reacts. And I got into a big discussion with Ben and Steve in the office because they couldn't believe that Earl would take the box that we wrote his name on with his stuff in the box. And we left it so Earl could see it as soon as he came to work yesterday because he kind of fucked up yesterday.
Yeah.
And so Earl saw the box with his name on it, with all his stuff actually in it, lost his mind, and threw the box across the area out there.
It's a little joke.
And Steve is convinced that Earl shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, we all know Earl. And our job is to push until we get that unbelievable reaction from Earl.
We knew old Earl. We knew new Earl. I knew new Earl was a farce. It was a fake Earl. And I knew that this program could bring out the old Earl.
Right.
And that's what it did, man. We hadn't seen that Earl in a long time.
And, it started with him, and his maybe some of the guys that work for Earl and Ron and Fez messing up our Grammy audio because they were in our office hanging out.
Yep.
That's how it started. But then Anthony and I and Jimmy, we know that, if you push Earl enough, you get an unbelievable reaction, which makes great radio. We were going for really good radio yesterday. But now I'm hearing he might be in some trouble with the company and stuff, and I'm here to say, just leave Earl alone. We'll leave him alone. He'll go back to doing a great job for Ron and Fez. Please, just leave him alone.
What are they talking? Because he threw a mic?
But Steve and Ben are like, Earl can't be doing that. I'm like, are you kidding me?
He was taunted.
You guys knew damn well, even though it wasn't Steve or Ben, it was Danny, and I praised Danny for coming up with this idea. But Steve and Ben know better that if there's going to be a box Sitting outside the studio with Black Earl's name on it, knowing there's a ton of boxes around here because all these people are moving out, and in that box that says Black Earl is actual Black Earl stuff, Earl's going to lose his mind.
I thought Steve was coming in.
No, he doesn't want to.
Damn it.
He doesn't want to. Ben and Steve, they're in the office.
Yeah.
So,
what are they doing, those two fairies?
I want to talk to Steve about this.
Then how about this? Steve, the boss wants you.
Because Steve had some strong opinions about this about an hour ago. You know he was going to react. That's your new walk-on music, by the way.
Glad you got that in there, Than. Thank
you. Go ahead. You guys knew. You guys know better than Anthony and I, even, because you've worked closer with him.
We've known Earl for a while, and we've seen him do that stuff before, but he didn't have a position as the executive producer of a national talk show before. So I guess the thought process, at least on my end, is maybe you'd mature a little bit and you wouldn't react that way. There's plenty of times where, what?
Could you knock it up? Good. Steve, if someone had a box with my name on it and my actual stuff, I would have opened the window and thrown it on 57th Street, not thinking about my job or how the company would take that.
I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have at all.
You would have sat there and laughed?
No, I wouldn't have laughed it off. I would have gotten...
You probably would have went into your studio slamming doors and all sorts of things.
I wouldn't break equipment.
That's all I'm saying. I think the bit was really funny. But for you guys to think that Earl wasn't going to react is crazy. We've known the guy for 7 years.
I would hope he wouldn't. Let's put it that way. I just...
hope. That ain't gonna happen, though. We know Earl.
So it's a different environment. He's got to learn to just bite his tongue and suck it up. Understand that that's the environment that he's in.
I mean, I disagree. I'm not saying I'm right, but I know my job, and Anthony does a great job at this too. Obviously, we will just keep poking and poking and poking and poking until we get a reaction.
I understand that,
and
I've been on the
when I was on Ron and Fez,
that.
I was watching Earl. I'm like, we're not getting the reaction, so we just kept poking and poking and poking,
and it sucks being on the end of that.
And then, blam! He slams the mic and he runs out of here. That's what we were going for.
It stinks being on the end of that needling, but you have to just learn restraint or get up and walk out of the room and just at least calm down and not throw things around and not freak out.
Well, all I'm saying today is, I'm asking Washington, just leave Earl alone. Let him go back to doing the good job he does for Ron and Fez, okay? We had a lot of fun with him yesterday. We needled him. We poked him. We got some great reactions, some great radio. And we have to take, part of the blame there. All right?
Gotcha.
All right. Thank you, Steve. Mm-hmm. Let's go. That is so good.
There's bees. There's a bear.
That is so good. Joe in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, you doing, Opie? I just want to say, now that you signed up, what's her name?
Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey. Now you guys could do Howie math. Everything that she brings in, you guys can take credit for.
Yeah, we love the Howie math.
Yep.
We're big supporters of the Howie math. It makes yourself look really good. So.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, punch it out.
According to the Howie math, we have brought well over 4 million subscribers to XM Satellite Radio.
4 million because of the Opie and Anthony show.
And now because of Oprah, we're going to have even more subs that we can take credit for.
Howie math, I love it.
Let's say hi to Ken in Binghamton. Ken?
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey.
I was just wondering if there's any updates on the Club Soda deal.
Club Soda made the papers again today. He's got a lawyer. If you Google his name, Club Soda Kenny or Opie and Anthony, because we're mentioning the article again, you'll read the latest article. But he's got a lawyer. Do we have the article in front of us? No, I don't.
No. Well,
I guess that wasn't important enough for the show today to see if there was an update on Club Soda Kenny.
Well, if we talked about it yesterday, maybe that would have been...
I'm sorry. Who got this?
Hey, listen.
Ooh. Stan handed that to you like Mr. Hand handed out the tests.
F. We can't say too much until we know our pal Kenny's going to be all right. But I was talking to Kenny a little bit yesterday.
Hi.
And he was like, this is a freedom of speech issue.
Yeah.
I will be taking this to the Supreme Court if I have to.
Oh. The new Lenny Bruce.
It's just hilarious to hear Club Soda Kenny and freedom of speech in the same sentence.
Yeah.
And he's like giving me, his take on this, how it's freedom of speech and everyone has the right to freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
I don't mean to make, light, but it was really funny to hear him saying that on the phone yesterday.
Yeah, Kenny actually said to me, I may not agree with what you say, but I'll die for your right to say it.
Fucking dumb. We're in his corner, obviously. But
of course we are. He's just not a smart man.
No, to hear him.
Give me liberty or give me Bell. Wait.
I will laugh so hard if you become some kind of freedom of speech martyr.
I know, him and Cindy Sheehan doing a tour together.
Right.
And she sees his act and realizes he's reprehensible. I talked to him yesterday, though, for a while, and he's very grateful to all the people who have been supporting him and stuff. He said it's nice to know that people really are concerned.
Yeah, people love the guy.
Yeah. So he really is sincerely
nice, big, likable dummy.
Of course he is.
But maybe someone could get the latest article up on whackbag.com. But basically, in this one, it talks about how he's got a really, really good attorney. And the attorney thinks that he was well within his means to perform at a comedy club under another name and do what he did. And Kenny's feeling good about the attorney he picked. So that's the update on Club Soda Kenny.
Good.
And
after 22 years on the force, the guy should get his pension.
Almost 25 years, because he had 2 years on another force. So I think almost 25 years. When he took the pension from his wife and kids because he told some dirty jokes in a nightclub.
Yeah, beautiful.
You'd rob a wife and 2 children of their pension because he told tasteless jokes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go to Russ in Iowa. Russ.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey.
Hey, Opie?
Yeah.
Man, I tried getting through to Ron and Fez yesterday when you come on with the Earl deal. Man, you guys know damn well you guys done this shit. You know damn well you did.
We just admitted that.
Well, I know you admitted it, but you kind of half admit. Well, we'll take some responsibility.
Half admit it. We are fully admitting that those buttons we could have pushed those buttons blindfolded.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it started with him or someone from his staff messing up our program.
Right.
They were in the office.
And then these dummies that just don't get how a radio show is done. I've just had it with those people because now they're saying I'm on a power trip because I made Earl apologize on Ron and Fez. I was trying to make good radio. I don't give a shit if Black Girl ever fucking apologizes to me.
Who was saying you're on a power trip?
But a bunch of people on Whackbag.
How do they actually put that on a message board?
Hey.
Like, do they write it down or something? Or is it there's some type of appliance?
I think that Opie's on a power trip. For him to sit there and make Earl apologize just shows that his ego is getting in the way. ... Fuck you, Opie.
Ladies and gentlemen, angry typing guy. Angry typing guy. And I love angry typing guy.
He's taking what I wrote out of context. Of course you should have made Earl apologize. You should have made him grovel even more. I don't think you hit him hard enough.
But here's the deal. Whether you think I'm on a power trip or not, I mean, yesterday with the Black Girl thing, I don't give a shit if he apologizes or any of that shit. I don't care. It made for good radio because he was in a very uncomfortable position. I love when people are in uncomfortable positions.
Right.
And make him apologize in front of everyone like that, that's just good radio. Like, holy shit, is he stupid enough to apologize? That's the reaction I'm getting.
People don't get it.
Or going for.
I think you should have made him admit racial inferiority.
But for people to think that I got this huge ego and I needed to take time on the Ron and Fez show because I'm on some kind of power trip and I needed Earl to apologize is so ridiculous that I get so frustrated reading this shit on Whackbag.
I think I laid into Earl more than anyone else. I think listening back, I tore into him more than anybody else did. I called him I almost called him a lion sack, a cunt.
I know.
But I had used that line already.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that. That's kind of hack.
Yeah.
But he was lying at the beginning of his little conversation there. That's how it started. We asked him if he was in the office. He said no. And then it just went from there when, in fact, he was in the office. And, anything after that, when we really were busting his balls, was to get a reaction out of him. And it worked. And it was hysterical to listen to that guy lose his fucking mind.
Right.
Love it.
And that's what it was. That's what we were going for yesterday, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
To start really looking into it and saying I have a, it proves I'm on a power trip and all that. You got to calm down with that bullshit. It's ridiculous. It just shows you don't know this show at all.
You know, it was really funny. I was listening to Ron and Fez, and after that was over, I guess Ronnie was talking about the fact that at 11:01, I am walking out the front door. And he's laughing because I leave right after the show, but he's walking in the front door.
Yeah.
When his show is on the air, it's like after 11. Technically, he's on the air, and I see him downstairs in front of the building. I walk out. I'm like, "Hey, Ronnie, how you doing?" Like, "Hey, Anthony, what's up?" Like, you got kind of a bee's nest up there. "Oh, yeah, I heard. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run, or Fez is gonna have to, do the show by himself for a couple of minutes." He goes, I don't know what happens first. Does Anthony leave or do I get here?
Right.
Like it's the same time. But at least, I get here an hour in advance and try to do a little show preparation.
Right.
Am I out right after the show? You're durned tootin'.
That's because we have a really good staff now.
Yes.
We don't have to stick around too long.
Not only do we have a good staff, but we now have cameras where we can watch them work. That studio cam, by the way, was on 24 hours.
Office
it has been on Office Cam.
Yeah, because we got 2 of them now.
Was on all night long, and there was never less than, when I was watching, there were hundreds of people in there watching The Office. Hundreds of people going, "What was that? Who's that?" They saw people walk in, by the way, last night. Someone walked in, grabbed a magazine, and walked out. And it's not Redbook that is sitting on the couch over there. It is hardcore porno, so I don't know what's going on. Someone dipping into the porn?
Yeah.
We have a name, don't we? Yeah, we have a name.
We even know who did it?
Do we know?
All right, we'll be watching that person very closely.
We'll watch.
Yes.
We have over 100 people at a time watching that Office. 200 eyeballs peering in on the Office.
All right, Dominic in Jersey. Dominic.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I think it was great that Opie and Norton were in there defending their show, and there's Anthony hiding from the black man in his car. Come on, just like in the movies.
That was a great commute yesterday. I called Ron and Fez's show pretty much right when I pulled out of the garage because Earl was just annoying me and listeners were annoying me. Ron and Fez's listeners saying that, Earl, you stuck up for yourself. You did a good job. And Earl's like, well, I'm not going to step into their traps and take any of their traps. What? So I had to call right away. And the segment ended as I pulled into my driveway. It was a perfect commute.
Nice.
Kept me occupied.
Punch it out.
All right, let's go to Sean in Hackensack. Sean.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hey.
Just wanted to say, first off, love the Black Girl thing yesterday. It was fucking hysterical. But Rob brought up something on the Ron and Fez show saying he wanted to get a stopwatch to see who would leave the show as soon as it was over and who would get out faster. Would it be Anthony or would it be Ron? What do you think, Anthony?
Oh.
You think you rush out that much faster?
I think me.
No, you would need one of those photo finish
It
cameras.
would be a photo finish.
Yeah.
There's no contest.
And what is actually leaving? Is it out the front door of this studio, out of the elevator, out of the front door of the building? I think it's out the front door of the building.
Right.
I think it's out the studio, down the elevator, and right out the front freaking door.
Oh, I am out of here, believe me.
You think you got him beat?
Yeah, definitely.
No doubt.
Sometimes I got to stick around for Ben's inane meetings about guests that we're never going to get.
Oh, my God.
Guys, what do you think? George Clooney? Yeah, Ben. George Clooney. George fucking Clooney on the list. Pacino. Al Pacino?
Keanu Reeves? Yes.
Pacino, Keanu Reeves.
Of course, yes.
Put it to, and he sits there and puts a check mark next to it.
Yeah.
Check. Okay. Fantastic. And we never see these people ever.
The list of people we have no shot at getting.
It's like, great, okay, who's coming in? Bob Kelly. Great, okay, good.
We got Voss on a phoner from Cincinnati. All right. I checked him, too. Thank God.
You should see the list of celebrities, A-listers, that we get run by us, by Ben, and I just stand there and go, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I think Monday we're talking to somebody from Survivor 5.
There you go. That's who we're getting.
Not even the winner of Survivor 5, by the way.
That's it. Not
Which
even
one,
the winner.
Opie? Who do we got?
That was a joke, or an attempt at a joke.
Oh, I thought you were serious. My mom watches Survivor 5. She'd be excited.
I think the best guest we had as far as, and it was a phoner, because usually they're phoners and don't come in and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, it wasn't Ozzy being in the
Ozzy was
studio.
the best.
I'm talking about celebrity status, Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, of course.
I think him being a real star, a lot of movies I enjoy. He was a good one. That when they said he was going to be on, I said bullshit. And there he was.
Let me tell you something about Samuel Jackson, Eugene Levy call, which we got them together. That was in the midst of a media blitz where they were calling 80 stations.
Oh, I know. Don't get me wrong.
Nice.
I don't think it was because he said, "Oh, O&A, motherfucker, I'm being on that show." No, they were pushing a shitty movie.
Ozzy came in and spent 45 minutes with us, and would have hung longer if we decided to go longer. So I got to say, Ozzy was much better, and I am biased, but
I am not as big an Ozzy fan as you.
But he's a famous guy, man.
If I saw Ozzy Osbourne and Samuel L. Jackson on the sidewalk together, could only get a picture and an autograph with one of them, it would be Samuel L. Jackson.
No, not me. I like Samuel a lot, but again,
you're just racist.
No, I'm not. No, I don't like blacks, but that's not what I'm talking about. No, I love Samuel Jackson. He's great, but he hasn't been. He's been famous since what, the late '80s? He was doing, I
don't care
years?
how long of a stint it's been since he's had a huge movie. The movies he's been in, Goodfellas
and
Pulp Fiction. That's all you need in my book to be huge.
Ozzy was the best guest we've had, I got to say. In studio.
No.
45 minutes.
Very surprising to me, the listeners, and everyone in the room.
If we had a bigger story, if we had Tom Cruise, I would say that trumped Ozzy. I mean, I'm not a dope, but I mean, Samuel Jackson to me on a phoner with Eugene Levy during a media blitz, and they also right after us would have called a zoo crew. Like, getting Ozzy in studio is almost impossible.
Oh, I think the accomplishment there is good.
Yeah, but it wasn't the best in-studio guest. Not even close.
Who's better?
You can't even think. Give me one highlight from the Ozzy interview.
I don't suck dicks, Jimmy.
That was pretty good.
He was fucking hilarious.
That wasn't the interview though. That was
Howie Mandel gave us better radio than Ozzy. Sorry to say, but he did.
Wow,
that story about his.
It's probably a bit from the stage, which is funny.
Whatever, but it was as far as in studio guests that was more entertaining.
Wow.
Ozzy had one or two good lines, and that was it. It was interesting to have him in.
Do we know we're never going to change his mind when any Ozzy
because it's
subject
inaccurate.
comes up?
He was very funny. He was on fire. He was fucking hilarious from the minute he walked in.
I thought Ozzy was great.
From the minute Howie Mandel's a stand-up. I mean, of course, he was funny.
But not one of the best in-studio guests we've had.
Who was better? You're saying Howie, and I'm saying not Howie Mandel. I would tell you if I thought he was better. If I thought, I would be honest.
I don't want to fight today, Jimmy.
We don't have to fight, but you can't. You're just saying Ozzy to be disagreeable.
Hey, listen, fuckface.
Yeah, let's.
I'm saying
he just wants
Samuel L. Jackson.
Dice gave us better stuff. Jim Brewer gave us better stuff.
Talk about comedians, it's different, man.
But we're just talking about in-studio guests in general.
I'm talking about how about since Satellite?
Since Satellite,
yeah,
better
guys
guests
that
than
haven't been here in 5 years.
Telstar or what satellite are you talking? Sputnik? Since Sputnik.
He's the biggest one. The Booker has been unable
He's one of the
to
biggest guests we've had.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you that. One of the biggest.
Of course.
But that doesn't necessarily mean the like. I was very excited to speak to Samuel L. Jackson.
So was I.
Very much. He gave us a better interview of Samuel Jackson.
And don't leave the L out. That's disrespectful.
I said Samuel Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
I said Samuel with the L.
It's not. It's Samuel L.
Are you trying to say there's two L's?
Yes, it's Samuel
L,
which I don't know what it stands for.
I just kind of slurred it all together.
Jackson.
Look, Samuel Jackson.
Samuel Jackson is one of the best guests we've ever had.
And he didn't give us a better interview. He gave us a nice interview, but it was completely the same shit he would have told anybody else.
Cursing, and it was great.
He was. I'd be more impressed if he was in studio. If they had the juice to get him in studio,
you're jaded, Mr. HBO.
We don't know better.
Jaded, Mr. HBO.
Mike on Long Island.
You are. Not jaded. Just right.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, what's up, boys?
What's up?
I got in my truck 7 minutes ago just to hear, Jimmy, I love you, just to hear Jimmy sucking the dick of Ozzy Osbourne.
Again, right?
Jimmy, please, 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 enough with the Ozzy. We all love him. We get it. He's a great guy. But, come on now, Jimmy.
Did you hear how the discussion started, though, sir?
Yes, sort of.
Mike?
Mike? I'm a good listener.
Mike?
Yes.
Just admit Ozzy is great. We don't want to go there today.
I'm going going there. Jimmy, you did nothing.
I just admit Ozzy's the greatest thing ever. That's all Jimmy wants to know.
I challenge anybody to present us who's been a more interesting guest since he's been on, or a more honest guest for 45 minutes.
Jimmy, you creep him out.
You creep most people out. That's not a reflection. So what? He has good taste.
Idol.
Huh?
Your idol, you creep him out.
It's kind of creepy how much you defend him. Ozzy.
I defend him, yes,
it's really
I do.
creepy, man.
I do. Why? Why is it creepy? Is it creepy that the Pets defend this show? No. It is what it is.
Yeah, but look, he gets all excited, though.
He does.
It's just Ozzy.
Because I get excited.
I got heroes, but I don't know. It's creepy. Why Ozzy? Why is Ozzy so great in your mind?
I don't know.
Like, it's creepy, Jimmy. No offense.
No, it's not.
Because if anyone ever brings another argument onto the table, you get really, really upset.
Because I'm sincere. I'm not making it up. I know it's hip to like other guys, and that's cool. I like Ozzy the best. That's it. And hands it down.
But why?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's something that goes way back with you.
It's not just the music.
Because I've had heroes growing up, but it's like if someone wants to trash Kurt Cobain or something, I'm like, all right, whatever.
You get defensive though. You don't like
to a point, but not. I don't think I ever get like.
You also didn't grow up on Cobain either. Like you like him, you respect him, and you love him, but you didn't grow up on him. He wasn't like a part of you. Your whole thing.
Did Ozzy's music help you through something?
Not really. I mean, I don't think so. I was an ass. I was a melodramatic suburban yutz.
No, there's something there though. There's some kind of connection where you're like, wow, this guy did this for me growing up or whatever. That I will defend him to his death.
Well, I think the personality. The guy's honest. He's an honest rock star. He's non-pompous. I think that's what I always loved about him more than anything. And he's funny. He's a really funny dude. And he tells the truth. He doesn't have social messages.
But you truly get upset if someone trashes Ozzy. Like if someone trashes Kurt Cobain, I'm like, all right, whatever. You don't know what you're talking about. I'll get a little annoyed, but you really get upset.
I get annoyed because for so many years I've been dealing with the fucking Rolling Stone mentality in music. I've been dealing with this for so many years.
What's the Rolling Stone mentality?
That this band is hip and that they'd rather put Michael Stipe on the cover than Sabbath. Like all these.
Michael Stipe's a bad example.
I'm just saying
he went away many years ago now.
A million of them.
They're still doing music, but they're nothing like they used to.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying what I've been dealing with for years.
Rolling Stones is a better argument because they're still throwing them on the cover of everything.
Yeah, but the Stones are the Stones. I can't argue with the Rolling Stones being on the cover of anything. Because they're the fucking Stones. I mean, you can't argue with that. That I got no problem with. It's the, just the idea, like Rolling Stone magazine and how, like, they wouldn't let them in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's that fucking hipper than now mentality. Like, yeah, man, Green Day is great, but Sabbath, what
Hold on, can I tell you something about that? Because I have a lot of bands I love. I could care less if they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I don't really care
like,
as much.
To me, it's like that whole Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Didn't you go with us in Cleveland?
No, I refused.
Oh, okay. It was Kenny and Ben and I think it was Steve. That place is the biggest joke. I was embarrassed to be in that place.
But as an artist,
so like I love U2 and Nirvana. If Nirvana never gets into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I don't give a shit.
But as an artist, you get sick and tired of seeing like when you judge other artists and you're like you guys are judging like more radio. I would judge more stand-ups. Mm-hmm. You get tired of the same fucking shit being praised the same fucking way. It's like, you know what I mean? That's what gets annoying. And then when something you know is good and something you know is innovative, and they ignore it because they didn't like the ideology it was coming from. That's what annoys me.
But I think it's cool that like mainstream society does ignore like Kurt Cobain and stuff to a point. Like, I think it's cool. I don't want, like, some of my
things
bands
they pay attention to kind of stink all the time.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you can look at it.
Do you want Ozzy? All right. Do you want Ozzy's music being played in commercials? Maybe it is. I don't know.
I think it is.
I wouldn't care at this point because, again, I mean, it's from 68 to now. It wouldn't bother me. I mean, you know what I mean? If it was like 19...
But would that be cool for you, or would that be like, what are they doing to Ozzy's music?
I don't know.
Johnson's baby shampoo. No more tears, tears.
No, I don't care about that. I love to see him overexposed on MTV. I love it, man. Because, he's hilarious.
But he had his time. He got like 3 or 4 great years there where he was on the cover of everything.
Absolutely.
You know what's sad, though? You should put that kind of energy in respect to people like teachers and volunteer workers for the homeless.
Dude, when one of those fucking bums sings Crazy Train or fucking sings something like Under the Sun, I will be happy to like teachers. Until then, eat my ass and give me more Ozzy.
But someday you got to get into this further. Maybe think about it because you get so defensive. I think there's a good story there.
Probably not. I'm like a cancer, so I've always been fiercely... I'm loyal and defensive to shit I like. I don't change. I don't adjust well to new shit. And when I like something, I fucking like it. End of discussion.
Yeah, he
and that's
digs
that.
right in like a tick.
Right.
Doesn't. Yeah, I love it.
I wish, like, I grew up with Nirvana's music. I wish, but I was in my mid-20s when I discovered that.
Right.
I would have loved a band like that growing up.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You know?
Mm.
But instead, we got a lot of shitty music when we were growing up.
I don't know. The Clash.
70s?
Pretty good. That was kind of like, anti-establishment.
When we really started figuring out what music was all about, Zeppelin,
Sex Pistols.
Zeppelin was already done as far as new music and all that. I'm talking about a band that had new music coming out. We were stuck with all that 80s shit.
Yeah, but the beginning of the 80s wasn't, like, bad. You had to sort through a lot of the shit, but there was some good underground, like, rebellious shit going on back then.
Ramones,
Yeah.
Clash, Ramones, the Ramones. Ramone, I want to be sedated.
Steve and the Yellowstones. Love that band.
Because one of the first bands I did discover was Black Sabbath, and also Zeppelin, though.
You discovered them? Wow.
I mean,
on the tarmac at Idlewild?
In my life, I mean, people always say, wow, I discovered the Stones when I was whatever age, or Zeppelin. It was between Black Sabbath and Zeppelin when I was growing up, and I decided to go, the other way, and I got into Zeppelin more than Sabbath. But I was listening to all the Sabbath stuff when I was growing up.
So you'd be another part.
And then there was somewhere along the line I just gave up and I didn't follow the band anymore. And then when Ozzy started doing his solo stuff, it was like Blizzard of Oz. I loved.
Yeah.
But then after that, I was like, ugh.
Well, you have to realize too that when you're growing up, like that was accepted. Zeppelin, like when you listen to the radio, I used to put on NEW and want to fucking drive into a pole.
Of course,
but you could never get Sabbath on the radio or Ozzy. Once in a while, you'd get War Pigs.
I'm with you there because Zeppelin had a lot more radio hits, obviously.
Yeah. A lot of bands did.
But that was embarrassing being a Zeppelin fan, because then when you throw on Zeppelin 3 or Zeppelin 2 and realize, holy shit, there are a million great songs that radio could be playing.
Yeah.
Instead, we get rock and roll
again.
Over and over again. We get Stairway, obviously, and the hits that you've heard a million times. But you get into like Zeppelin 3. That's one of the greatest albums ever made.
But I'm saying every year Zeppelin was, and I mean I love Zeppelin, I'm not knocking Zeppelin, but every year Stairway to Heaven was voted #1. And it's like, as a fan, when you're trying to hear your fucking band's music and you can't hear it because they're playing that shit again,
but
you start to resent other bands.
But being a fan of Zeppelin, I hated that they had Stairway to Heaven, highlighting Stairway to Heaven year after year after
you got
year
sick of it, probably.
Year.
Yeah, we all got sick of it.
Of course I did. Of course.
Okay. But there's still a line between something so overplayed and something never played, which is also a statement about commercial
And by
radio.
the way, Coda, I hate it. Thank you.
Ooh.
Zeppelin's Coda album. Ugh.
I was never a Zeppelin fan.
No.
At all? On
couple of tunes, but was never like one of those, rabid, Zeppelin fans. I went through my Who phase where I just, loved the Who. And then I was a Southern rock guy, hooked up with that crowd
Skynyrd.
where it was about Skynyrd and Charlie Daniels,
And
the
Molly
Outlaws,
Hatchet.
Molly Hatchet, shit like that.
ZZ Top.
ZZ Top.
I saw one of those guys in a restaurant in L.A. when I was out
ya?
there. Yeah.
Which one?
I don't know. The one with the beard.
All right.
The one who kind of looks homeless.
Well, the guy that doesn't have the beard is Frank Beard.
His last name is Beard. Isn't that odd?
That's how you figure
nutty.
that shit out.
That's nutty.
Crazy.
But
the other two guys' last name is Clean Shaven.
Oh, stop. It's not you.
Of course it isn't.
Hey, yeah, you know what? Someone's suggesting that the Travis Tritt interview was one of the best interviews we've done.
That was a good
I heard
one.
that was a good one, too.
You weren't here for that one?
No, I was out.
I got to be honest, Jimmy. That was a really, really good hour.
I heard he was great.
And the weird thing is we didn't know shit about Travis Tritt.
Nope.
And he didn't know shit about us.
Didn't have to.
But on some level, it just worked.
Just men talking.
Bunch of men. Like, if you got McCartney or somebody in here and someone said, who's the biggest guest? Of course.
That
McCartney.
would then
Yeah.
be McCartney. Yeah.
Biggest guess, it's hard to deny that Ozzy's probably right up there.
Well, Samuel Jackson,
But I would not.
argue
I would
if he
not
was in
give it
studio.
our. I would not give it our. The best in studio appearance. That's
was
all.
talking about personally. For me, that was a thrill.
Me too.
Because he's such a Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Sam Jackson was good.
Samuel Jackson.
Sammy Jackson.
It's Sammy.
I'm doing the two L's.
Samuel L. Jackson.
The lazy Long Island accent. getting in the way.
Lazy L.
Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel.
Samuel.
Samuel L. Jackson.
All for a deuce. What's up, all for a deuce?
Hey, boys.
Hey, man.
I never got to get in for the Ron and Fez bit yesterday, but for all you new listeners, Anthony and Jimmy had their obvious sense of humor and everything. Opie is the black fucking ninja sense of humor guy. This week alone is an Opie friggin' best of reel that just never got noticed. And yesterday, so that especially, I mean, you guys pulled this.
I give a treat to all the pal talkers every morning, and I started yesterday afternoon. I do my black ninja moves for the pal talk camera.
Oh, a little martial arts going on in front of the camera this morning was
you saw
very
some of
funny.
that?
Yeah, I did. I just kind of looked away. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Looks away.
Creepy.
But Opie, when you sat there and busted Earl, and you busting on him for however long, and all of a sudden you heard the, I don't think you've thanked me for anything, and you have Earl thanking you for everything all the way back to like 1984.
After beating him
All
up.
for a deuce. Thanks for getting it. Like, you hear that yesterday, and if you sit there and think that's because I'm on some kind of power trip, you're nuts. You're nuts. Because people at home are like, oh, no, you didn't. That's the reaction I was getting.
Yep.
No, you did. You're not going to ask Earl to apologize for everything you've done for him.
That was the second best part. You turned around and made Earl apologize. He's probably apologizing to his landlord and the trash guy.
Right.
Because you had him apologizing to everybody.
Right. That's just good radio. I mean,
you
don't mix the two.
You heard Opie pull that out of left fucking field, and it was just like, oh no, It was enjoying the cringe humor that Opie loves to enjoy. You don't see it coming, but when it happens,
It's kind of weird. I can't hang up on this caller for some reason. Look, the mouse is around the
there must
hang
be
up
a
button.
technical glitch.
Yeah, I just want people to know I'm not on a power trip. I just can't hit the hang up.
I've been listening to you since day one.
All right. All for juice. Thank you. I appreciate the support.
Thank you,
I don't
sir.
get much, and I'll have to take the little I get. Bill Burr is here. Cool.
You get a lot.
Hey, that was part of the bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't care either way, to be honest with you.
But
I used to care. That is the God's honest truth. I did. I don't care anymore.
I'm literal guy. That's my new character.
I love doing the radio show.
Someone's suggesting the Brokeback Mountain music and audio clips from Ozzy and Jimmy talking to each other during that interview.
Very good.
I don't know that music.
Oh, the music?
Yeah, I've not heard
Come
of
on. It's the sound of dick and ass.
By the way, finally
got distracted because the Brokeback commercial was just up on the TV.
Really? Yeah. Hard to talk with a boner, isn't it, Ansel?
Yes, it is.
Boner. I would have said hard on, but I said hard in the first line.
I downloaded some clips. I ripped them off of a bootleg DVD of Brokeback Mountain, and every so often, if someone gets a little rambunctious on Pal Talk, I'll just throw on the clips of them kissing.
I saw
the montage. It's just, and it's a very short portion of the movie that they're actually with each other doing man-on-man sex things. But I put them all together, and when anyone mouths off on Pal Talk, I'll just pop that clip up, and they'll have to sit there and watch.
I saw that yesterday, and it was the type of man-on-man kissing. Like, it wasn't gentle. Like the type, like when I kiss a girl, I take my thumb and forefinger and I hold her chin.
Right.
But this is the type of man kissing where, like, you know, you hug a man, you do this on his back.
Yeah,
that was the type of man.
It was
kissing.
that as a kiss.
Yeah, the rough.
They had
really
grabbed, the one guy grabs the other one by the shoulders and kind of shakes him and throws him against the wall, and they just start making out. That's one of the best clips in the movie when the wife comes to the door and looks out the door and catches her husband kissing this guy, making out on the side of the stairway. Her face is priceless. You can just rewind it and watch that over and over. She's just like, oh, my God, my husband's a fucking faggot, and I live in Wyoming.
When the DVR, I'm so used to saying DVR. When the DVD comes out, they have to have some kind of, like, gay filter feature.
Oh, you think they'll have the gay filter and just cut that out?
Well, my movies on demand on my cable, they have family versions of movies that shouldn't have a family version.
Do they just cut it out, or will they put something else in, like them talking, hey, how's the truck running?
Yeah, exactly.
And then have the wife looking horrified on as they're checking the carburetor and air cleaner?
Just bad. It's a bad fucking ADR. Like the voiceover, they just keep re-showing her eyes.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you want to do? Let's go praise the Lord. She's eyes are wide because she can't believe the goodness of her husband.
Yeah.
He's a man of the Lord.
Fantastic. Let me walk away in shock from the doorway.
Right.
Because my husband has such a good friend.
He's talking to a picture of Jesus. I can't quit you.
You think they'll come out with a less gay version when the DVD comes out?
I don't.
They're doing all sorts of crazy things with DVDs. You never know.
I don't know.
No, probably more gay, actually.
Oh, we got to get back to music for
Scratch and sniff.
Nathan from South Carolina.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, listen, Opie doesn't know dick about music.
I mean, he's trashing the 80s, but the 80s were one of the most inventive times for music. I mean, that's who Nirvana was copying when Nirvana was created in the 80s. And Nirvana they were emulating the Meat Puppets.
Dude, the 80s, you had to sort through a lot of shit to get to the good stuff. Maybe not so much at the beginning of the 80s because everyone was so happy that disco was fucking done because of it, because of the music that was coming out in the early 80s. But then as time went on in the 80s, and by the end of the 80s, I'm sorry, 99% of that stuff was shit.
And that's why Nirvana just destroyed, because music was ready for a band like Nirvana. They were so sick of the power ballads, and the hair bands and all that. Look, you know what, Nathan? I'll tell you this much. We're never going to agree. Because there are people out there right now going, holy, you guys are nuts. Music really got good in the 90s and everything before that sucked. And then you'll get someone that said, hey, music only started getting good in 2000.
Yeah.
I read something in a book once, and it was very simple. Every generation wants to be the last generation. They think every generation before them sucked, and every generation that comes after them sucks.
What about Husker Du and all the bands that didn't hit it, but were great college bands?
Husker Du? Shut up.
Husker Du.
Husker Du.
What are you doing for music? You're going to see Wall of Voodoo?
What about Bad Brains and all the... there was...
Exactly. No one cares about
it. If you would have said something like the
Elvis
Pixies,
Costello.
I would have listened to you.
Elvis Costello.
Husker Du.
All the bands that came through.
You know what, sir? You want to find another friend with a cowboy hat and suck each other's cocks to the safety dance.
You guys are just victims of commercial radio. That's what you're in.
Man.
No.
Do you like some underground stuff?
Come on, man.
No.
I'm serious.
That is not true. That's not true. I happen to like Madonna videos. I like a lot of things that were underplayed.
When I talk, I've talked to...
Black Sabbath. Somebody did.
About the rotting plums, man, or Thimble, or what about the wrenches? And it's like, what? Who? Shut up.
You know, every once in a while I get into a discussion about music, and I'll ask this question, and it's really simple. Rank the decades in your life. To me,
the 80s were the best.
No, to me, it
better
goes,
than the 70s.
And this is my opinion because everyone's going to have different answers.
The
but
60s?
This is what I go 70s.
Wait, for what? Music or just life in general?
Music.
Yeah. 20s?
Okay.
Music.
The 20s.
I say
they were roaring.
Yeah, really. I only go back to the 60s.
And pissing yourself?
And barely, by the way. 60s.
Yeah, I like the 60s, man. And I didn't have to do anything. They fed me. Right. I could piss myself while I laid down and slept.
But, I mean, you've been around long enough to hear music from all these decades, so how would you rank the decades? And I go 70s. I don't think they'll ever beat the 70s.
Wow.
With the variety and
a lot of disco in the end of the 70s.
Well,
there.
I'm not talking about pop. I'm talking about rock, basically.
Yeah?
Rock music.
60s were damn good, too. I mean, you get the Beatles.
I go 70s.
Yeah.
This is what I do. I go 70s, 90s, 80s, thousands, whatever, 2000. That are the decade we're in, and then the 60s.
You know what the odd thing is about the decades, though? They don't go on the zeros. They go on the fives, especially with music. They go on the fives.
What do you mean?
65 to 75, 75 to 85, 85 to 95.
That's wrong. It's June of the sevens.
You
I don't
think
know what
it's
I know for a fact because I've talked to people.
It was 72 to 82.
Because if you look at music from from 1960 and then 1969, 60s music from 1960 is 50s music.
I understand that.
Yeah. So 65
but
to
you can
75.
say that about like 70, 71 was still 60s music.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
So 65 to 75, there's a kind of more similarities.
Now you're confusing my whole.
But 75 to 85 doesn't work because I mean, like Kaja Gugu doesn't tie in with a lot of things in the mid 70s.
I'm not saying it's a perfect formula.
With Led Zeppelin 4.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's a perfect formula.
That's putting it mildly. That formula sucks baby dicks.
Yeah, I hate it too. Keep it basic. You got the 70s.
All right, so I'll tie in some Led Zeppelin with Afternoon Delight.
Attaboy.
There you go. Now you're on to the program.
How about Melanie? I've got a brand new pair of roller skates.
I dare
you to name a better song. Of course, it is a good song.
All right.
Cher, Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves.
There you go.
Fucking people in the town would always look at him and stuff.
And then the guys would come up and they fuck the women
and stuff
at night. The men would come around.
Yeah, they would lay
their money down.
Yeah.
Best interview since coming to XM, Gene Simmons? No. Ozzy was better.
Yes.
Gene with his infomercial interviews that he does.
And telling everyone they should never get married. We get it, Gene.
Yeah, we get it.
At this point, we get it.
You know, when you can just
it.
walk outside and be me and get laid,
right.
Why would you get married? Yeah, Gene, we're not all Gene Simmons. Maybe that's why?
Yeah, the average guy can relate to Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
The guy working 3 jobs to make ends meet could relate to you, Gene. So he should just get rid of his wife because there's plenty of pussy out there.
Right.
While he's going from job to job to job.
Yeah, with his wife that has no problem with him fucking everybody.
Right.
If this is the lifestyle
We're just like
wanna
you, Gene.
lead. All right, Gene.
He really
asshole.
is out of touch.
And then someone saying Disturbed was the best interview. It was a very good interview, but
I wasn't here for that.
I can't
But I think Ozzy
really
was better than
gauge who was the best interview or better. They all have their strengths.
By the end of the show,
I was just saying who I enjoyed talking
by
to.
the end of the show, I will find one that was better than Ozzy. In my opinion.
That's possible. I'm not saying
Bernie Getz.
Bernie Getz, come on.
Come on.
As far as compelling radio,
Yeah, Bernie Getz is great, man.
He was up there. Travis Tritt was up there, which was a shock. Bob Saget was up there, but you don't want me to go with a comedian.
No, I don't want you to go with comedian. No, I'm just saying when they're funny in studio, because that's what they do. Oh, look, Howie Mandel was great, and so was Bob Saget. I like both.
All right, let's just go with compelling. Is that fair?
Sure.
Whether it's over the top, funny.
Well, then Bernie Getz was much more compelling. I mean, when he's describing, even though he was crazy, he's describing shooting 4 people. I mean, that was
crazy.
No, when I was talking about the 60s, I wasn't talking about the 1860s. These people. I'm not a vampire. Jesus.
Michelle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead,
Hi.
Michelle. Go.
Oh, am I on the air?
No, you will be in a second. What do you want to talk about?
It's a very unprofessional radio show. Usually, what do they do on a real talk show, Anthony?
I don't know.
The screener says you're next.
Yeah, the screener says you'll hear a sound that goes, and then you'll be on the air with the people. The next person you talk to will be
But as a talk
the
show
host.
host, how do they set it up?
Let's go to Michelle in Pennsylvania.
Michelle from the car phone. Who cares? They're calling from a car phone. Everyone calls from a car phone.
Exactly. I just want to hear the thud of a body smashing off the hood.
That's when it used to be a real car phone where you couldn't take it with you. Had to be in your car.
A portable phone!
Yeah, they don't use that anymore. The old World War II walkie-talkie.
Michelle?
Yes.
Go.
You're on.
Okay, well, you were talking about bands. What about AC/DC?
Right up there when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Right
AC/DC, I mean, look at the commercials, the music they use. The Nike commercial has, for those about to rock, I mean, that's awesome.
That's great.
Bands got over that whole thing. When music was starting to be used in commercials, there was a huge outrage. Like, how could you do that? Blah, blah, blah. Now, these bands are looking at that as another way to market their stuff.
Sure.
Well, it's so motivating, though, to listen to those commercials. Are awesome. They're motivating.
Yeah, what's so bad about a band's music being used in a commercial? Like, who cares?
Used to be bad.
No, I know, I remember.
Selling out,
Of
man.
course.
All right, Michelle, thank you.
Best interview, one-man Star Wars guy. Your mom's box from Whackbag saying that one. One-man Star Wars.
And then some of the interviews with the Ramon calls can't be beat.
Of course.
It's an interesting argument,
Well,
Jimmy.
Steve from Yellowstone didn't exist when Ozzy was in.
No.
Too bad.
He wouldn't have shown up either.
He might have, but he would have been very nice.
Respectful.
The only time you ever would have heard Steve from Yellowstone being a fucking Pete Polite.
Ramon, put this man in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Ramon!
That could actually be really funny.
This would have all been complimentary.
Yeah. Yes. Ozzy rules.
You're going to have to do the unexpected with Ramon one day. That could be really funny.
I know. And then just when you think I'm being nice, I'll slam him.
Of course.
I'll believe me. I'm looking forward to the next one. My throat's ready.
Hey,
go on another ATV ride.
I have very good news. I have very good news.
Maybe not that far.
I have very good news for everybody.
Yes?
Remember yesterday we couldn't talk about the Grammys because somebody, let's just say somebody changed our channel in the office, and that all
Earl
it
was
takes.
throwing his own feces around the office and got in the VCR.
And that's all it takes to mess up our whole system of recording stuff. I don't know why that would do it, but it does, okay? I don't know that technical jargon. That technical talk. So, very good news. We did scrape up some Grammy audio. Ooh. Extremely good news for us and our listeners.
And by the way, can I, before you do the Grammy, I want to say that we talk about music and new music. I found a guy on the net. I don't know who he is. I have some stuff I want to bring in probably next week, but he's really good, and somebody might be able to help me out know who he is, because this guy is amazing, and I don't know his name, and it's frustrating me.
Is he a new guy?
I don't know. It's annoying.
What's his song?
I don't remember the name of it. I swear to God, I'll play it for you. You'll love it. I just don't remember the name.
Wait. What does it sound like?
It's kind of like easy listening, believe it or not.
Did you see him on Saturday Night Live?
No. I never saw him on TV. I don't know what he looks like or anything.
Michael Bublé?
No. Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Who was the guy that was on SNL?
I got to get tickets for my sister to see Michael Bublé.
When Dane Cook was hosting. He was a musical guest when Dane was hosting.
That was really good?
Guy's got a real unique voice. Believe me, it ain't for everybody, and it certainly isn't for somebody that likes rock and stuff. But the guy has a very unique voice. And
is he old school sounding?
No, it's just something out there. Ben might know it. He's kind of a music guy. But, God, you should be able to pull it up. Dane Cook hosted SNL. And he was the musical guest.
We're on that page.
And he was a very good writer. Like his songs told like stories and stuff. And it was
James Blunt.
Yeah, James Blunt is the guy's name. And
you sure it wasn't Michael Bublé?
No, it wasn't Michael Bublé.
I don't even know if that's his name.
James Blunt.
It's just like, can you give me tickets to see Michael Bublé?
But
so I asked Earl, and now I'm fucked because Earl's not going to do anything.
Usually I just switch off of the musical guest. And this guy, it wasn't like I liked the music, because it's not my type of music, but it was one of those, like, you couldn't kind of tune away.
Yeah.
And he's all, like, fucking piss-eyed. He's wall-eyed, whatever they want to call it. So he looked all weird, and his voice was really dynamic. Kind of odd.
Did it make you cry?
Yeah, I wept. Like, broke back.
Did he get all sentimental?
Yeah, I did.
When life was good?
Yeah.
Beautiful dawn.
The guy's got, like...
lights up the shore for me.
Guy's got like a really good voice. What do you want from me?
He sounds like a half a chick.
Yeah, he does. Like Cher and Steve Perry.
Beautiful dawn.
Oh yeah, this is a huge hit actually.
Yeah.
I'm just chasing time again.
Guy's good. What am I saying? I'm a fucking faggot.
He was good in Rush.
It's not Rush.
Does it give you goosebumps when you're driving? When you're driving home, do you crank it?
You pretend you're on a stool singing this with your guitar?
Gee, you must have been looking through the window, Jimmy.
Or that some other guy was pushing your stool in while you listen to it? It's faggot music.
What kind of song that sums up your happiness?
I said...
What happens when you hear this song? Give us a douche chill. Do you just feel good? Do you sing along? Do you crank it up a little bit at this point?
No, you know what it was? I appreciated the uniqueness of this, that it isn't just my girlfriend told me to take a trip with her too. Like every other fucking band. It was a unique sound, a little too mellow for me, but I appreciate it.
Don't try to cool it up.
Really.
It's not hard enough for me, dude.
I appreciate the guy's voice and originality and styling.
Why don't you put on Friends and Lovers and wear a dress?
I did yesterday. You saw it. You were there with me.
All right, I'll give you my song that kind of gets me going.
All right. This is the song that gets me going.
It's obvious it gets you going. Yeah. Who are you kidding? You roll up the windows, make sure no one sees you listening to the faggoty music.
And he pretends he's on American Idol and that Simon likes him.
Right.
Those stupid daydream fantasies. Faggot.
All right, now who hasn't done that?
You're actually very good.
Who hasn't done that? You tool.
Probably the number one song on the CD you're making.
Oh, my God. You open up a fraction of an inch on this show, and they peel you like that face in Poltergeist. You motherfuckers.
I'm going to share, too. I got one of those douchey songs that I enjoy.
Which one changes your life every time you hear
it? When I'm in the gym, it just makes me work out just a little harder when I hear this song.
You guys are assholes, man.
I just feel an energy that comes within.
Hey, you see your daydream fantasy ant like that? That's who you are. Not that you want to bang him, but like, do you actually listen to that song? He will pretend that he's on the SNL stage, just in a fucking stool, kind of playing the guitar.
Let me tell you something. That right there is the second time I heard the guy.
Right.
Was when Than just pushed the button and it played. The first time was SNL.
You know what I love about you?
That was it.
You did finally share a little bit, and that's why we jump on you, because you rarely share on that level.
Well.
And then you realize it's not going good, and then you try to, like, defend yourself in ridiculous ways. I guarantee you fucking downloaded that song, and every night at your computer you have to hear it once a day.
I will swear to you I didn't, and I have not heard him since SNL and until it was just played.
You probably looked up the lyrics online because there was one he couldn't guess. What does this mean?
You know, no.
Wow, I think they're talking about me.
Yeah, this is like my life.
No. Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right to be faggoty every once in a while.
Backwards, there's little shades on the stool. Hi. Please welcome Anthony Cumia.
When it gets to the hook,
that was fantastic.
When it gets to the hook, do you crank it up and sing along?
Yeah. I do that.
All right, I'll share.
Oh my God.
Actually, it's I got turned on to this band because of the movie Garden State. I love the Garden State soundtrack.
I'm getting just pounded.
And actually, my band is it's kind of in the same
genre.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know. I think there's more to this band than good old James Blunt.
Pat from Unagi. John Belushi would have taken this guy's guitar and smashed it into the wall. That is very funny. You bastards.
I'm going to get you off the hook here, so here it is. Snow Patrol is my band.
Don't know them.
Love the Snow Patrol. Travis, give me a thumbs up on the Snow Patrol.
That should make you smash their CDs.
Travis, just kiss a little more ass before you even hear it.
I like Geneseo. That's where I went to school too, Ope.
Yeah.
Creep.
Travis doesn't kiss ass.
Yes,
me and him have had a thing going the last couple of days.
Oh, let's tell.
The other day, I'm getting coffee, and he just looks at me and goes, "You look really tired today." I go, "Fuck you," and that's all I said.
Broke back Starbucks machine.
That's not a thing going. That's groveling Travis trying to relate to the boss a little.
Wait, which song
are you doing today?
This isn't the one I like, though. Yeah, this is from Garden State, right?
No, this is your Brokeback moment.
Oh, okay. It sounds kind of like Snow Patrol starting up.
Hey, Opie, how's your coffee?
You look tired today, boss.
You look tired.
I just looked,
neck rub?
I looked at him with this evil look and just said, "Fuck you," and that was it. Leave me alone.
And he replayed that 80 times in his head. That's not what I should have said to him. I should have said, "You look awake."
Anyway. Here's the song that gets me going with the douche chills. All right,
let's hear.
It's Snow Patrol, and it's a song called "Chocolate."
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
The title alone.
A little more upbeat. A little more. It's on my. Actually, it's not on my iPod. It's on my MiFi. Downloaded it off Ethel. Can't really download it, but I recorded Ethel, and I capture this song and many others that I like. This could be the very minute I'm aware I'm alive. All these places feel like home. With a name I'd never chosen.
Generic crap.
Yeah, it's not awful.
It's the same shit you hear all the fucking time.
Not like that other guy.
Wait for the hook, man.
Okay.
Listen to the words, as Jim Norton would say.
Waiting for the hook to pull him off stage. Vaudeville style, my friend. This is every song.
Not at all, dude. I love this song from a few Molly Ringwald movies.
Doesn't sound like that.
This is like the montage, like when she's looking at the guy that she won't date, and he's looking back at her. This is what they play.
Or this is you've just left the situation, you're driving, and it's the front shot, and you're thinking, should I or shouldn't I insert situation?
Situation.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
And then fade over to the girl, and she's in bed thinking. And now you're driving again, thinking.
And then you pass the gym, and there's a blonde homo working out a little harder. Give me one more.
Shit. I wish I could name the 30 bands.
By the way, I'm playing this song today because I'm on a power trip.
Yeah,
fucking idiots that don't get radio.
You notice his song played longer than Anthony's.
Wow, I'm really surprised that people aren't going with this with me, you idiots that don't get radio. It's called throwing myself under the bus. But what do I know? You guys know what radio's all about by listening to a show every once in a while. Hey, Chris, what's up?
Hi.
Hey.
XM Studios had a live concert with Snow Patrol a few months ago. You should try and pull the audio on their version.
I already have a copy of that, my friend.
All right.
I'm getting into this band more and more. It's one of the... Yeah. I kind of like what they do. I like all the bands on the Garden State soundtrack.
Oh, they should call that band Blow Patrol. Opie's a homo.
I wish I could fucking get the name of this guy. I like him so much.
Well, we're waiting for yours.
No,
yeah,
dude,
where's yours,
I'll
faggot?
have to give it to you Monday. I'll be happy to. I'll be happy to as soon as I get it.
And it's one of those songs that'll throw you under the bus a little bit, right?
I think people will love it.
I bet you it's Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé.
Someone help me and get me tickets to Michael Bublé. My sister finally asked for something. Jesus. Ah, Christ.
But this guy said he liked James Blunt when he was...
John Mayer.
John Mayer.
Jimmy's Chest.
Yeah?
Jimmy's Chest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he hung up because you said his line.
I know. I'm sorry.
Did you say his line?
Well, because Anthony asked.
I said, yeah, I just put the beginning part.
So in just regular conversation, I went, because you have to, like, put the mouse over the phone call and then you get to see the rest of the text. That's why that happened.
To get to the other side. Let's go to him. Bill? Why'd the chicken do that?
I know. Sometimes we blow up the spot of the listeners.
Because they own it. Frank, you're on the line.
Velcro on the ceiling. Go ahead.
And $6 million in the ashtray. Bill, you're on the program.
2, if you slice them thin enough, you're on.
An empty boat.
Bill, it's a good start.
Because that's where he put his foot when he yanked their tails off. Pete, you're on the air.
We do that a lot, don't we?
Oh,
or I do, I guess. I don't mean to. I'm sorry. I'll do a lot of apologizing today to show you I have a heart.
Snow Patrol and a Java log.
Hey, by the way,
killed over here.
Hoghead from whackbag.com. Are you guys ovulating?
Yes, we're all in sync, too.
Fucking idiot.
When a group of guys are together as long as we have, our cycles are the same.
Oh, it sure is. All right, what? We have some Michael Bublé.
Yeah, what is this Michael Bublé?
I have no idea. My sister hit me up with this the other day. I'm like, what? I mean, I've been doing like this music radio thing for my entire life, so I know all of it.
Yeah.
Or I try to. And she goes, you don't know who Michael Bublé is?
No.
No.
I certainly don't.
No, stop.
This is Michael Bublé.
Let's hear Michael Bublé.
No, say it like me, please.
Birds flying high.
Uh-oh.
You know how I feel.
This guy's a foreigner.
Sun in the sky.
Good writer, though.
You know how I feel.
Hopefully like you need broth.
Breeze drifting on by. You know how I feel.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life.
I'm so gay.
Oh, you like that, don't you, faggot?
And I'm feeling good.
Oh, those guys are back!
Oh, it gets a little saucy.
Jazzy.
All that jazz. Yeah. Jazz hands, everyone.
Yeah.
Fish in the sea, you know how I feel.
Beat it, Dame.
I like this better when it was called Harry Connick Jr.
Ah.
Fucked up the line.
Harrick.
Harrick.
You know how
Wow.
it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life.
All right, enough of Michael Bublé.
I don't think there can ever be enough of Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé.
Wow, listen to this. Garrett in Texas. Garrett?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, man.
What's going on?
Say what you have to say, or...
Hey, I just got to say, Snow Patrol is not on the Garden State CD.
Wow. I made a mistake there,
You need to
didn't
get your shit right, man. I've got the CD right in front of me.
I got my iTunes, and for some reason I thought it was on that. I apologize.
All right, well, I just had to correct you. I love you.
Well, it
guys.
sounds like it could have been on the Garden State soundtrack. Who's with me?
You bet
Anybody?
it does. I'm sure. Besides Travis, who else?
There's Coldplay. You've got
the Shins. I know.
You know, that's all right.
I know.
Just thought I had to correct it.
All right,
Still a
thank you,
good
sir.
song.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bublé.
By the way, so we got good news. We got some Grammy audio finally.
Cool.
The only audio we could find after Earl or one of his guys messed up the recording.
Yeah.
Of the
You think it was
Grammys.
that tall, redheaded intern that runs around?
He threw Earl under the bus.
You know what, guys?
About that whole thing.
We're salvaging this this thing, though. We got some great audio.
Oh, good.
It's Mario Cantone.
What was he doing?
Grammy wrap-ups on The View. This is what we get to play.
Thought he was putting the Grammys in his ass.
This is what we get to play, by the way.
This is all we have.
Yes.
Mario Cantone's
We're a
take on the
powerful talk
Grammys.
show, heard in 2 countries. Here's your Grammy audio.
We had hours of audio from the Grammys that we could have had.
Right, but this is all we could salvage.
I bet he does voices.
I bet there'll be a Joan Crawford voice, a Liza Minnelli voice, and perhaps a
Judy
Betty
Garland.
Davis and a Judy Garland.
I don't like this song. I like the song too. Cartman.
Right?
So here we go. Mario Cantone's take on the Grammys. He did this on The View yesterday or the day before or whatever it was. Probably yesterday, I guess it would have to be.
Yeah,
Well, it was the music industry's biggest night last night, the 48th Grammy Award show. And now for the 48th Grammy Award dish, please welcome the fabulous Mario Cantone.
Fabulous. Fabulous means gay.
Don't waste time with this. Who's that? I don't know. I'm a rapster.
Ben, we really need to book Mario. We got to get him on this show. He's terrific.
He's outrageous.
He's wonderful.
I'm Voss.
Here's more Grammy audio.
All right, let's get right to the pre-show. Let's start with that.
Well,
Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan Seacrest did a very good job. Kiri is asking Randy Jackson's wife a very intimate question.
I mean, he's so smooth and charismatic. Is he a great lover?
Yes. Good thing she wasn't hooked up to a polygraph. There was a little hesitation there. And then we have Evander Holyfield. This interview was riveting.
Back with Evander Holyfield right now from Dancing with the Stars last season. That was a good move. That show was a huge hit.
Yeah, it was great.
Did you have some fun? Now, what are you doing after? You going to go party a little bit?
A little bit.
Where are you going?
I don't know yet.
Fascinating.
Kids, drugs are bad. And boxing is worse.
He's not a druggie.
No, I said he's a boxer.
All right.
First of all, he's a golfer, and second of all, cocks are no better. Hey, it's Voss.
Well, that was awful. Wow.
And Ryan Seacrest should be fucking shot.
He's got like 5 jobs, though.
Ah, what just a non-entity. What a fucking hole in the donut personality-wise.
Here's a little Mario Cantone personal moment.
Oh, motherfucker!
Yeah. All right, here's one more clip.
How about the performances? What do you think of
the opening number with Madonna and the Gorillas, and they animated the Gorillas. Everything's like animated. It was very strange. It was a cartoon. And hey, I'll tell you something. Talk
That's
about
what the
digitally
Gorillas do.
enhanced. He looks like a Hummel figurine with Snoopy stuffed in his pants. Gosh, yeah. And then one of the characters is so bored. He's texting somebody. He's texting his manager. Okay, I need some booze and a hooker in my hotel room afterwards.
It's Voss. Hey, it's Voss. Hey, it's Voss. Hey, it's Voss.
One more. Promise.
All right, anyway.
Who else? Anybody else?
Okay. Kanye West and Jamie Foxx performed their hit Gold Digger with the marching band. I bet nobody ever called these guys band queers. You know, when I was in junior high school and I played the clarinet, I got the crap beat out of me.
Because it was attached to balls.
I made that worthwhile. So there you go.
That's our Grammy audio?
That's what we get.
Thank God.
That's what we give the people today.
Thank you, Earl.
What's the name of that stupid song by Jamie and Kanye? I'm a what?
Gold Digger.
Oh.
I am really, really tired of the Jamie Foxx thing.
Right.
1 year or so on top, and right from the start, I just couldn't take it. Because he stunk so bad as a comic and as I hated anything he did.
But he was with Ray
and then
Charles,
he does a
Love.
good Ray Charles imitation. He does a Ray Charles imitation and wins an Oscar
because he was believable as Ray.
He did an imitation.
No, he was good.
He was good. Sorry.
I have to agree.
He was good.
He was good.
So, let's see. Anybody who does imitation, Frank Gorshin should have won an Academy Award.
You're simplifying it.
No, I'm not.
Well, he caught a lot of emotion, too.
He did an
was very good.
imitation.
He was very believable as
Yeah.
Ray Charles, though. That's not easy to pull off.
You know, like Val Kilmer did Morrissey
And
really
it
well.
is. And
Everyone does a Ray Charles impression.
And he stayed in character, my friend.
Yeah.
He walked around blind to feel what it's like to be blind.
That's right.
Why couldn't he have walked in front of a truck?
No.
Let's see you do that, Michael Bublé.
Yeah. Let's see you.
And then now he's,
You're trying
he's
to say
a comic, he's an actor, he's fucking music now, he does everything.
But it wasn't music now.
The Renaissance
man. That guy was known for his singing. He almost made it a few times as a singer.
Oh, really?
I swear to God, yeah.
Who knew this?
He does the impersonation so
When he
good.
was doing,
you'd think he was the real
"Hey,
people.
hey, I'll rock your world, hey." Oh, yeah. Back then?
I'm telling you, he came close a couple times. He actually put out an album, I believe, a few years back.
Yeah, why didn't it hit? Because he wasn't doing a Ray Charles
Eddie Murphy's
impression.
overshadowed it. That was a damn good song.
Oh.
Party all the time. I
You're trying to
fucking
say that
challenge you to find a
My
better song.
girl wants to. Yeah.
You're trying to say he's a hack, though? You gotta give him his props. He might be
Comedy-wise, the guy stinks on ice.
He might be
Yes.
overexposed at this point, and you're sick of that. But the guy had, he had
The
a
guy
great
did
year.
it. He did. He got an Oscar for doing an impression, and then he put out a shitty fucking fighter movie, a shitty fucking airplane movie.
Well, everyone in Hollywood ends up having a bomb here and there.
Right
though.
after the Oscar one.
You guys ever see Iron Eagle?
That's a good movie. Climb high, play the tape.
I am Doc. Talk about one good fucking movie. I used to love Lou Gossett, and I realized after An Officer and a Gentleman, he stunk.
Nothing. I think that movie had more meaning to it than just an alien and an earthling.
Enemy Mine.
Yeah. Enemy Mine. I think that might have been a cultural thing.
Really?
Like an analogy for blacks and whites here on Earth.
Excuse me.
I didn't catch it.
I'm silly like that.
Ron Jeremy had 941 movie credits. Thank you for that, Kent in California. Let's say hi to Seth in Jersey. Seth?
Hey, Opie, I wanted to let you know you can get Michael Bublé at Hallmark with your gift with the card purchase of 3 or more.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not.
He's one of those artists?
You got it.
Michael Bublé. Michael Bublé.
Thought I'd let you know, punching out.
I think my sister had different parents. I'm almost convinced of it.
Yeah, she's into Michael Bublé.
She's just way too nice to be
Isn't
in
it
our
embarrassing
family.
when you got to do things for your family like that?
No, she never asked.
Because I know you had to do a Ricky Martin thing. once.
Back in the day.
Ooh. And then I decide I got a bunch of Aerosmith tickets once for Jones Beach. And my mother actually likes Aerosmith, as does my sister and stuff. So I decided to take them along with me. And they brought Sal. Now, Sal knows nothing about music past 1950, like 1959. Anytime you go over, he's got XM channel 50. He's got the 50s channel on all the time. That's all he listens to now. This XM is great, Anthony. I love the 50s. It's amazing. And that's all you hear. Ba, 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 bang, dang, dang. All right, enough. So we go to Aerosmith. We get there. Aerosmith starts, and, they're just blasting loud. Front thing. We find out later, Sal thought he was going to see Air Supply. Right until he sat down, and Aerosmith just starts cranking out. He thought Air Supply was going to come on and sing whatever the hell they sing.
What the hell's going on here?
Yeah. Row!
Is it good?
Row, this isn't Air Supply.
That's funny. My mom can't get enough of Rod Stewart singing the classics.
Oh, no.
Ugh. Every time another volume of that horse shit comes out, she's first online to get it.
Can I tell you that we're having a party, his version of that, it's so fucking bad it makes me angry. It's such a bad song. The original stinks, and his version is fucking terrible.
Todd the Trucker.
Morning, boys.
Hey.
Hey, Opie, I got to hand it to you, man. I used to be all about the classic rock, but you've turned me on to a lot of great music. Everybody can give you a hard time about the music you listen to and whatnot, but you turned me on to the whole Squiz thing, and now I'm just discovering a whole bunch of new music, like Crazy Bitch by Buckcherry. There's all kinds of great stuff out there. And
I got to tell you, XM has done a much better job with the music channels. When we first came to XM, 16 months ago, I was like, ugh. Musically, they were like being way too cool for the room. Way too cool for the room. But they got this John Zellner guy in, and he's really taking care of all the channels, and now you can listen to them a lot longer. Ethel and Squiz are my favorites. Lucy's right up there. And even like Top Tracks, they'll play some stuff, even radio.
Yeah.
Regular radio didn't play all those years.
Top Tracks is good if you like classic rock, but not like your standard classic rock
Deep Tracks is still completely ridiculous.
Is it?
They have to have 10 listeners at any given moment.
But they're into those deep tracks.
Oh, my God.
What'll they play? Like something
they find
ridiculous?
They find throwaway music. That's even the artists don't want this stuff played.
The shit they had to put on as filler on the album?
I think Lee Abrams is going into, like, Jethro Tull's attic at night and finding shit. He's doing, like, some kind of Tom Cruise Mission Impossible thing to get this stuff from the artist.
That's what you want, a 20-minute flute solo from Ian Anderson.
He discovers the one song where Ian Anderson decided to play spoons as an experiment.
Deep Track.
He did that as a goof. We don't need to play it. Oh, Deep Tracks. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I'm a fan of the Ethel and the Decades, yes. Like the Decades channel.
70s channel.
They're fun.
Uh-oh, we have more Michael Bublé in Florida.
Michael Bublé.
Mike in Florida.
How's it going, guys?
Hey.
I had to give a Michael Bublé CD to my future in-laws.
Excuse his name, sir.
Yeah.
That's not his name.
You're not saying it right.
If you're going to talk about Michael Bublé, you got to talk. You got to say it right.
Bublé.
What?
Forgive me. I had to give a Michael Bublé CD to my future in-laws for Christmas, and we had to play it on Christmas Eve. It was so fucking bad. I wanted to impale my head on the fucking Christmas tree. It is awful. Awful.
Hey, he's blowing up, though.
I hope he does blow up.
All right.
It's fucking terrible.
Michael Bublé exploded today.
Bill in Philly.
Hey, I just want to know if you can put Snow Patrol back on and not finish my fantasy about my fight with my wife this morning.
It's one of those bands that brings you back to when the relationship was good. You know what I'm saying?
And if you can't get that, just put on I'll Stop the World and Melt With You. And listen to that, another montage song.
You know, I once saw them. My brother tells a great story. I think it's another band that had one hit.
Modern English.
But I saw Modern English, and they didn't have enough of a catalog that they played that song 3 times in their set.
Yeah, a couple of people do that.
They start the show with it.
I heard Aha does that with Take On Me.
They do it in the middle of the set. This goes back many, many years. And then that's the encore, but they jazz it up and make it a sing-along.
They probably put the whole crowd goes, "Stop the world!" And,
Yeah, I love when the band does that.
What's he gonna do? How's he gonna get the fire out? I didn't even notice that.
God.
Oh, boy.
You know, I hate that because I'm watching, I'm laughing, and then they go back to the show that's showing the trailer, and I forget that we were just watching the trailer, and I hope it was the whole movie.
There is a fire.
I will put it out with this seltzer bottle.
I will spray my dignity on it.
All right, we got to take a break.
And he's got to turn backwards, and he sprays himself in the face.
But then he's shocked, and he's shaking like he's being... sight gag after sight gag.
The Pink Panther.
We got Pink Panther reviews next on the Opie and Anthony
Why
program.
we even say him? Let me predict. 5-star, 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 right?
No.
2 thumbs up,
No.
2 thumbs up.
No.
Gotta be. It's
No.
genius.
We'll get into
No.
it. We'll see what Rotten Tomatoes has to say about the Pink Panther.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes?
Yeah, it makes it sound like more New York edgy.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Fuzzy Nuts, Wisconsin, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I just wanted to tell you, you were talking about the bands that people have turned you on to. Man, you turned me on to that Modest Yahoo. I've been listening to reggae for years, and that guy is just awesome.
Modest Yahoo's got something going on. Yes.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's great.
Yeah, it's called Pay Us.
Can we play a little Modest Yahoo going into break? The Kingdom song, whatever it's called. All right, we'll do that into break a little bit.
Hey, take it easy, fellas.
All right, Fuzzy
Be
Nuts.
good.
Yeah, Modest Yahoo, unbelievable.
He's good.
All right, and also we got some psychopath outside the studio that scared the shit out of all of us.
Oh, that fucking wacko in the fucking tie that comes up to his belly button?
Oh, I thought you meant Bill Burr.
Where's Bill?
Where is Bill? Wait, I heard Bill Burr was here.
Yeah.
But I didn't see him.
He's right
like
there.
over there.
We got to get him in.
All right, Bill Burr will be
start
joining
another
the
big
program
argument.
next.
That someone calls someone a fuckface if you leave a comic out there too long.
Yeah, and that guy is Schizo.
Yeah,
Schizo Bill, the comic from Cleveland.
I had to pass him by in the hallway, and he's standing there, and I thought I was being served a subpoena. The guy's like your typical. He's got the suit on and the gray hair. Like,
yeah.
Are you Anthony Cumia?
I thought we were being served a subpoena with an
I
axe.
could sit here.
Nothing. That was. Oh no.
We didn't hear you because there was so much going on.
There was seating arrangements things
right,
going
well,
on
do it again,
during
it's
your
fine.
line.
No one heard
Yeah,
it.
just say it again.
No,
that
listen-
works every time.
Listen on the replay. If you thought it was good, give me a call at that exact moment. It'll make me feel good. Hey, can I plug something?
Hey, Vol.
Shameless plug.
Yes.
There's a snowstorm coming in New York.
Uh-oh.
And in the restaurant business, that is really, really bad.
Is that something you're learning?
I'm learning so much about the restaurant business.
Why is that bad?
Me
People
and my
don't
two
go out.
brothers have this restaurant in Huntington, F.H. Riley's, 400 New York Avenue. It's pretty much in downtown Huntington. It's becoming a great hang with the O&A pests and stuff. Ben will tell you. You learn a lot of things. You make all your money on the weekends, basically, and you hope you do well during the week.
Yeah, just kind of break even during the week.
And when you have a huge snowstorm where people aren't going to go out
on a weekend
and you lose a Saturday night, that's not good for the restaurant business, right, Ben?
boy.
Sure. Ben doesn't want to talk about
I don't
restaurants.
necessarily agree with you on the snowstorm thing.
That's when you got to cook the books.
No matter if it's in a neighborhood. It
But
matters
it's
what-
not
what
a
your
city
clientele
restaurant
is.
where people could still get around. They got to drive.
Yeah,
We're a little
that's
nervous. I'm not going to lie to you.
Huntington, I guess. I don't
But
know.
there's a bunch of us that will be hanging out at F.H. Riley's tonight all night long. I'm going there for dinner and then hanging and buying
bring
drinks.
Earl?
Buying drinks for people at the bar.
You know
which I
Huntington,
do.
though, dude. Huntington is.
We'll see.
They're all drunk.
There's
in
a storm
Huntington.
tonight?
They
Yeah, like your
love
brother.
going out.
A snowstorm's
Yeah, they
coming.
love drinking.
Your brother,
Tomorrow night, I think. Tomorrow night.
We should call
your
the
brother
Snow Patrol.
Darren be there?
Darren? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hitting
bring
on
Earl.
Darren, you got to go to the place because it's becoming, it has a personality in it.
Yeah.
I got my brother-in-law behind the bar. My brother Darren, like, scopes out all the hot chicks and gets them at one table and hangs out with them. My other brother's going to be guest bartending. My sister's making the freaking cheesecakes. It's just so ridiculous.
Keep it in the family.
That's what we're doing. But we're having a lot of fun there. It's becoming a pretty cool hangout with the Opie and Anthony listeners on Long Island.
So trudge through the snow this weekend.
Well, no, tonight's going to be a fine night. We're fine as far as storm, so we're all going down there. It should be a good hang tonight. I'll be there, and I do buy drinks when you're at the bar. Not for everybody, but I throw out some
white
money.
people. Just say it.
That's right. It's okay. You're among friends.
You make others that come in that aren't as white feel unwelcome, so they don't return.
And we have a designated bar stool for the pests, I think. They're going to have their name on it and everything. So it's F.H. Riley's in Huntington. I know it's a cheap plug, but we'll be hanging out there tonight having dinner and drinks and stuff, okay?
You actually believing this snowstorm thing?
Yeah, I think I think we're finally fucked. We've had it way too easy.
Very easy, but I just the weathermen fuck up so much and hype stuff so much that I'm thinking
it's gonna be a bust.
Not a bust. We'll get something. Yeah, 3 inches, something easily plowed and then done. Yeah, and it took a heading. We did. The Storm Tracker 8000 told us it was going to go this way, but it went a little east or west. That happens every time.
Are you saying it's going to be a dusting?
It could be a dusting. I think a little more than a dusting.
Kenny in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, you guys missed Jimmy's line there. He just stepped on him during that thing. He said there's going to be a snowstorm this weekend, and he said, yeah, and he said, you better call the Snow Patrol.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
Oh, I didn't even hear that.
Did you say that?
Well, it was.
I like it
from before.
I'm not even kidding. I like that.
Kenny, thank God for you.
All right,
I was kind of teasing him.
Awful.
I have another job for the listeners, by the way. We want them to spy. We have the office cam that's set up 24 hours a day now to spy to see who the fuck's in our office. We caught somebody thanks to one of the listeners. They got screen capture shots and everything.
Screen caps, yes,
and everything.
We verified who it is.
And what?
Is he in trouble?
I came in, grabbed a magazine
and
from the
walked out.
couch, which, I mean, we don't really have.
It's all porn.
It's all pornography.
So was it that tall redheaded boy going to jack off?
No.
That intern?
No, it wasn't an intern.
And the other thing?
Yeah.
I want the listeners to call in if they felt there was a really good line that somebody didn't get credit for.
Someone didn't, or a very bad one that everyone missed.
Oh, yeah, that's good, too. Because the fact is we really don't listen too well to each other.
We need to be disciplined.
So why don't we have people call in and call us out on it?
Good idea, Jimmy. Wow.
Fat Trucker.
Hey, what's up? That was a very good line. I got it. I laughed my ass off.
Thank you.
Anyway, the restaurant, does it have F.H. Riley's? Does it have food to go?
Food to go. We started lunches. We got live music tonight. We're going to do some kind of acoustic band tonight.
I heard there was going to be a truck driver convention there pretty soon, maybe next week.
If you want food to go, what you do is you order a meal, you eat some, and then you just dump it in your pockets and fucking leave. No need to call. I heard it as it came out.
No need to call.
All right, later, dude.
You know what's funny to do, though? Call up... who's tending bar?
I'm not saying.
No, I mean...
Fish.
Oh, it's Fish? Okay.
And
Just
Fish's
call
father
up.
will be doing magic tricks again. He's the, as they said on the message boards, the old dude in the tux.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's a circus over there.
Ask for Mike Hunt and things like that.
Oh, great.
People
Thanks.
love it.
Thanks.
Mike Hunt.
Thanks, Aunt.
Sally Kramer.
Thanks. I really appreciate that. Thank you. You have no idea what you started. I'll be at F.H. Riley's tonight, 400 New York Avenue, Huntington. There's the end of the cheap plug. Thank you.
You go.
Eric in Colorado.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
Your nor'easter that they're predicting for Saturday, we're getting it here in Colorado right now, and it's a fucking bust. It started snowing at 11 last night.
Eric.
Because you can tell over Colorado what it's going to be when it gets here.
Eric, you're a dummy. Our snowstorm's coming from Florida.
It's the same storm. I was watching the weather this morning.
Is it?
It's going south, and then
Sir, let me explain something to you. Do you understand that there can be a massive cold front that blows over Colorado with no way for any moisture to get there? So it just you get a dusting and cold. And then when it comes on the East Coast, when it comes over the East Coast, and the Gulf Stream brings moisture from the south and cold air from the north, and they connect, we get huge snowstorms. I'm not saying that's going to happen this time, but
know that?
that's what happens. You could have the cold, but a complete lack of moisture. We get tropical moisture and the cold meeting up, and that's why we can get some real humdingers.
How do you know that?
It's going to be a bust. You're not going to get...
Actually, I think that was from the Weather Channel.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
That's why Anthony doesn't listen to the weather on the news. He figures it out himself in his
I
spare
have maps.
time.
I got the internet charts.
You know, my idea of a weather report is, well, it's not snowing as much. All right, well, just try to be prepared.
Right. Anthony's got his charts out and stuff. Well, you got your own 5-day forecast hung up in your house.
You have to look at the frontal boundaries and where they converge.
Of course you do.
That's what makes
everyone knows that
the system. If you have a clockwise rotation of high pressure sitting at a northwest of us, it will, in that clockwise direction, bring cold air down from Canada.
You
get a low pressure system maybe off the coast, and that counterclockwise rotation brings the moisture on to us. These converge. Oh, it could be a doozy. I'll tell you at 11.
Let's go to break. Bill Burr's here in honor of Anthony's little bar gig there. We got the masters of this game.
I love this.
It's the Tube Bar tape.
Red.
As we go to break. Bill Burr in studio today.
What's going on?
And a schizo comic from Cleveland outside the studio. His name's Bill, and he's just staring at us with his tie.
He's waiting for a confession.
He's the real deal.
He's the bad cop.
I don't know where Master Poe was today because I walked up the elevator, whatever, brought me upstairs, and there was that guy. I'm like, holy shit, what's this about? I don't know, maybe an intern or something at that point.
Apparently, it says yesterday all day CNBC was using B-roll of you guys every time they talked about Oprah signing.
Oh, cool.
Hey, there you go. See, sometimes it's nice to do stupid things that doesn't get aired because then they have B-roll.
All right. Yeah, the Oprah thing's huge for XM.
Or if you get arrested someday for drinking and driving.
Yeah, that's good. They could just tote that out and roll it.
We don't have to work as hard because now we have Oprah.
Oprah.
Our new boss. Never. Hi, Bill.
Hello, Opie.
Bill Burr.
How are
Back
you?
on the show.
Yeah. After my nice discussion on Monday.
Well, that was great radio.
That was good.
That's what I figured by then. I have one of those every 8 months with Patrice. It's like I've known her for 15 years, so it's like going home for the holidays. People all sending emails. Oh, was that the end of your friend? No, it wasn't.
That's it, huh?
No, that was Monday. That was
it's just called Monday.
Yeah, it was called Monday.
People should understand that. Jimmy and I went at it the whole weekend. That's the end of the show.
Comics are
Everyone's
weird.
breaking up now.
You guys are just weird guys, man.
It just you just have to have it out every once in a while.
As opposed to you, look at this normal guy building up an arsenal.
Radio people are more weird.
What pamphlets are you reading that you feel like you don't have enough weaponry?
Pamphlets? You're so old school. It's the internet now.
Oh, is that what? Sorry.
We don't need pamphlets anymore. We can spread the word.
It's not like I understand the weather. I'm not a well-read guy. I'm not like you.
You're giving weather reports into a mirror in an SS uniform.
You know what? Anthony really has like those I'm a genius clothes. That Albert Einstein wardrobe where he just doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't really notice.
Jimmy.
What are you talking
Jimmy,
about?
Can you take what you just said and do my favorite line? I know it's a setup, but it makes me laugh so hard all the time.
I don't remember. I'll have to hear it again, then I can do it for you. I honestly, God, have not.
It's one of my favorite lines ever. When where his girlfriend catches him in his fucking uniform on the computer, dressed as
standing there in my SS uniform in the middle of the empty living room.
Like, just in the hallway at night with like some moonlight on him. And she goes, "What's wrong?" And you just go, "Please help me."
That's my
but you're looking beyond her, and you're wearing a full Nazi regalia.
That's my favorite thing you've ever done.
People have this misconception that I have accepted some Nazi ideology. I am a fan of memorabilia and World War II collectibles, which means
He sounds like Pete Townsend. I was just doing research.
I was doing research. I think what they did was atrocious. It was truly an atrocity on man and the planet.
Losing?
No, not losing, man. They should have worked harder. But I appreciate the memorabilia. Not memorabilia. That's like you're glorifying it or anything. I like the collectibles that came out of it.
By the way, Anthony, I think
I don't own one Nazi flag. I don't own one there isn't one swastika.
By the way,
in my
Anthony,
house.
I think you overpaid. I gotta tell you.
Oh, you saw what I paid at the auction?
Newsday.com. Gun Hitler may have owned fetches $140,000.
May have.
Would you put it up on eBay like that?
Yeah. Hey, may have owned this.
Yeah, here's some slippers.
Or maybe not.
He might have slipped his feet into.
$140,000 for a rifle with the engraving AH on it.
Could be anything.
Could be.
All right.
So they had taken it as a souvenir when it was seized. Yeah, that'll make... See, that's a collectible. I'm sure the guy that bought that isn't some fanatic looking to spread Nazism.
Hey,
not at all.
At what point did you stop bidding? About 80 grand?
By 80, I was like, they're not even sure it's his. Take my bid down.
I'm going to go for the Goebbels rookie card.
Adolf Hitler's gun, people. Adolf Hitler's gun. We don't know how many Jews this might have killed, people. Be dialing. Put it on the flex pay.
Anthony in New York, what's up?
Hey, guys, great show. I've been listening since NEW.
Thank you.
I just had a couple of funny thoughts while waiting online. Can you imagine if Oprah asked you guys on the show? She'd be like your mom interviewing you. It's like, why are you looking at those naked women?
Hold on, let me just digest that funny thought.
All right, can we all just let it sink in for a moment?
You know what's
No, let it sink. Let it
You had
sink.
a couple funny thoughts. We're enjoying this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Time for the next one.
All right,
Next
we're
funny
ready.
thought coming up.
Let's hear it.
Quick question. Since I'm a new listener, would it be possible for you guys on XM to interview Jackie Martling? You think he'd come on your show?
Wait a minute. You did say you were listening since NEW, and then you just said that you're a new listener.
I mean, since on XM, meaning, off and on. I mean, I was working at the time.
Did you just get XM or something?
I got it on DirecTV.
How long ago? Only a couple months ago then, right?
Yeah, I would say you guys came on, what, November?
We've been in contact with good old Jackie.
Yeah.
Good old Jackie, but I think he wants a little more than like one day.
Maybe would you guys have him on a week? That would be cool.
No, I think he wants to kind of be part of XM.
That would be great, I think.
But
I mean, can you imagine him ripping Howard an asshole? I mean, I would love to hear him off of that Howard Stern show.
Yeah, that would
be fun. You guys,
Yeah.
I tell you guys would be, you guys, I'm not just saying it in case you're...
Oh, I wanted to hear the rest of his funny thoughts.
Yeah, they were
I was
all
really
very
getting into
funny.
That was two funny thoughts.
We have more important things to get to.
More bigger business.
That we think is important.
Grizzly Man audio, Bill. Oh, you still haven't seen Grizzly Man, right?
No, I haven't seen
see this thing.
Grizzly Man or the Lost in the Water movie.
Open Water?
Yeah, Open Water.
A movie of acceptance.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
That's what Grizzly Man is.
Yeah, it's acceptance, all right.
Accepting who you are.
Accepting his innards into bare stomach.
Accepting how delicious you really taste.
He just admitted that he was gay, and he could just say it to his father, and his father could accept it.
He couldn't.
Yeah. I mean, Bill's got this whole movie figured out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, actually, in all fairness, Rogan came in here talking about the movie first, saying that the guy was gay. But when you watch it, he's literally walking around going, but I love women. Sometimes I wish I was gay and it would just be easier, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I love women.
I'm not.
You know how twisted that is, too? Because he never knew that anyone was ever going to see these tapes. And he's trying to convince himself while he's in the middle of nowhere with bears that he's not gay.
Rogan was talking about how he could have put the bear in a submission hold. Have him tap out with his claws.
All right. We're talking about bears. Should we have Steve in here, by the way, or no? Steve? We should have Steve just sit it.
Bring her in.
What the hell is this stuff?
Is he muzzled?
What's this, Ben?
Grr.
Huh?
The Mad Mexican sent you guys.
Oh, awesome.
What Valentine's Day.
Oh, no. Let's say goodbye to these.
Hey, it's Voss.
What is it? Which one's mine? The red one?
Yeah.
Good. That's the cute one.
How much DNA is on
I
that?
woof you. Why is there scotch tape on its head?
No.
Why is it? What is this? What is he crazy? Oh shit, Opie. That didn't take long. Oh my.
But Opie, it's cute.
All the stuffing.
That didn't take long.
Should be a mousetrap in there. That would be perfect.
Just want to see if he sent a real present, Coke, in the stuffed animal.
Happy Valentine's Day, Anthony,
Oh.
from the Mad Mexican.
I like it.
He put, this is great. What's wrong with the Mad Mexican that he's sending us sugar loaf?
Opie,
it says, I love you on it.
Mine doesn't say that. Aha, you can't break it.
He's adorable. What is wrong with us that we get one Valentine's Day gift from a Mexican?
I know. An uncut man with a little dog.
That I need the scissor. I just want to rip its plastic face off.
I love its plastic face.
I want to cut its face off.
Here's some more B-roll for the news outlet someday.
Yeah.
You cutting the face off. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God. That's very violent.
That's its vertebrae.
There you go. There's your headless doll.
I like my doll.
We got trophies. Anthony holding up the head.
They're called costume kids, and you can collect all 8.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let me see that.
No.
No, you
I
can't.
just want to look at it.
I like it.
All right, listen, come on.
I'm not going to do anything to it.
We got Grizzly Man audio. Bill Burr, give us the setup. Because we have new listeners. We have new listeners checking us out as he throws his stuffed animal into the
Throw out
garbage.
my stuffed animal.
Grizzly Man. It's about a guy of questionable sexual preference.
Right.
Living up in Alaska with bears with absolutely no training, wildlife training. He just goes by gut instinct.
He did it for many years, and he finally got eaten alive by bears.
Yeah, and then his girlfriend, his beard, came over with a frying pan, tried to hit the Kodiak over the head.
Yep.
Kodiak wasn't having it.
No.
And instead of getting the cheeseburger, he went for the quarter pounder.
He ate Grizzly Man and his girlfriend.
He supersized it, yeah.
Right.
Supersized it.
And he was a guy that wanted to be famous in Hollywood. He was up for the part in Cheers that Woody Harrelson ended up getting, supposedly.
Dude, every failed actor, if they fail, they somehow came this close.
This close to
close.
I was supposed to be Kramer. I was this close. It was me. And Kramer was right in the fucking room. Really?
The last minute he came in, I had the part.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And Bill Burr does a great Grizzly Man impression. But here's the real Grizzly Man talking about bears.
I kind of think he was over 10 feet high, don't you? Oh, he's a big bear. He's a big bear. A very big bear. Wow.
Grr.
Anyway, he's over here rub-a-dub-dubbing. He's a big bear.
Holy crap.
And I'm going to tell you, that doesn't even do it. You have to rent this movie because this fucking bear is 10 feet tall, rubbing its back against this tree that if you drove into it in your fucking Hummer, you would go through the windshield and die. And this tree is like bending over, like, get this fucking thing off of me. And this gag dude is like 2 feet away going, he's a big bear. Yes, he is. He's a big bear. And these fucking bears are they're like weirded out by the guy. It's like they're kind of full of salmon, so they don't attack him, but they just kind of, every once in a while, they kind of snap at him.
Yeah,
and he treats him like a dog. Like,
Yeah, they get creeped out by him. You can tell.
Wow.
On some level, you can tell the bears are creeped out
It's
by
like, this guy should not be here. Does he know we can just kill him instantly?
Yeah, and what is that?
Right. Yeah, what is it?
Tony in Cleveland. Tony.
Wow.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
Hey, on my MySpace, and a couple months ago, I sent some pictures to Steve. There was pictures of the Grizzly guys' attack on Ogrish for about 2 weeks after it was announced, and then they had to pull them.
Oh, so they are out there somewhere?
I don't even want to see the movie because they yanked that audio of him being killed. It's like, that's the fucking highlight of the movie.
Yeah, they had the audio and they refused to play it during
Why?
a documentary.
And you know what's
It's
funny?
a documentary. They should have played that.
I didn't want to see it.
But they were going for a mass audience.
Yeah, I've got it on my MySpace. If you look, it's got a picture of a cop standing next to just his leg with like all the meat gone and just bone laying there.
Is that really the pictures from this?
Yeah, they were on there for about a week or two, and then for some reason they jerked them off because the whole family, I guess, was having a fit over.
All right, we're going to put you on hold so we can go to your MySpace. If it's really good, we'll announce it to the world.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Tony. Hold on a second. Get his MySpace thing.
It's MySpace /Jim Norton.
I didn't want to see the movie because I didn't want to hear that audio, but after 3 minutes of watching this idiot, I wanted to see him get killed by a bear.
That would have been a great finale.
But they don't play it. They don't do it.
Copped out.
Of course
It's
they
even
did.
worse, yeah, because the director
Douchebags.
listens to it and then just goes, "You need to burn this." Like it was a big moment about himself.
Yeah, you're going to decide for everybody else. Thank you.
Don't exploit this.
Yeah.
Like I have.
Yeah, as we exploit the guy. Exactly.
What a fucking asshole.
Oh, that pissed me
He was
off.
just afraid it would be too graphic to probably get mass distribution or something like that.
He fucks an 8-year-old. No one else should do this.
No one should. We should burn this child
Yes,
now.
people should not have sex with children.
I saw that movie early on, and halfway through it, I realized, oh my God, they're teasing it, but they're never going to play this audio.
No.
And I was getting so pissed off in the theater.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to see it. For what?
Because it's in the documentary category. You know what I mean?
We get the director on the phone?
I guess we can.
Yeah, why not?
Happen.
It's not a bad idea.
But they did kind of sell it like you were going to hear the audio.
Yeah, exactly. You know he's killed. You're like, all right, this would be kind of interesting to watch. This
I remembered that.
All right, here we go. Grizzly Man talks about the Grinch, the name of one of his bears, I guess.
I want to introduce you to one of the key role players in this year's expedition. The bear's name is the Grinch. The Grinch has come on to be one of the more frequent bears here in the Grizzly Maze. The Grinch is a female of about 5 years of age. Oh, hi, Grinch. Hi. And she has kind of an aggressive attitude. Hi. If I turn around too much, she'll bite me. It's okay. Hi. How are you? How are you? Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Back off. Don't do it. It's okay. I love you. 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 I'm sorry.
Wow.
Okay, what happened there was the thing, like, he fucking walks up to this thing in the... I mean, I'm literally looking at it like, they're gonna show it. He's gonna get killed here.
Right here.
You can't believe, actually, what you can do to a bear, what it takes for these fucking things to attack you. The bear is looking at him like, dude, get the fuck away from me. He's coming, hey, there's a big bear, and he finally just went, like this 10,000 per square inch lunge at this guy, and then he starts scolding him like he's a fucking, like a chihuahua.
Yeah. No.
No, you don't.
I love you.
You don't do that. And then the thing's walking away, and he's going, I love you. I love you. And the bear's just like...
You know,
maybe the bears were afraid to bite him because of what they might catch.
Somewhere there's a bear in a robe right now. Little honey tea next to him.
An 80-pound bear.
Going, I just wanted a snack.
Hairless.
Yeah, hairless.
Hibernating in July.
He's all curled up in the fetal position, coughing and frightened.
His friends have to bring him honeycomb.
All he wants is the fucking Will and Grace box set.
Other bears protesting to get him out of the neighborhood. One understanding deer.
There is no... See, I didn't hear any of this or see the movie or anything.
It's a comedy, and you got it right.
Yeah.
All I've seen close to this are real nature documentaries where there seems to be a professional person who knows something about the animals teaching you about them. Even that stupid Australian guy, even he, like, kind of knows something about the animals and how they should and shouldn't be treated. This guy, from what I've heard so far, has no business being among goldfish, never mind bears. He has no clue. It doesn't seem like he's doing anything that is benefiting our education of the bear. What we learn about bears. This guy just decided he's going out with bears until one of them eat him.
He just makes up shit about nature. At one point, he's laying next to half a fox. Some wolves or something ripped this fox apart.
That used to be one of his pets.
That he'd named.
Yeah,
what was his name? I don't know what the hell his name.
Foxy.
Yeah, this is Foxy, and he's laying there. I just don't understand why this has to happen. Like it's like there's too many guns in the neighborhood. That's the way he's treating this shit.
Another senseless killing.
Yeah, I don't understand. And then the idiot who's making the documentary hits like pause and he goes, "This is where I have to disagree. I believe wilderness is chaos." It's like, dude, you're rationalizing with a crazy person.
Right.
That dude just went like, and you were like, no, I actually think it's...
Any idiot knows what goes on out there. Bigger animals eat the littler ones.
Yes.
That's how it works.
He did this year after year after year. He got crazier and crazier, and I'm convinced that he decided, all right, I'm going to just commit suicide by allowing one of these bears to eat me.
Suicide by bear.
And then there'll be video, and I'll be legendary.
Voice in his head got louder and louder. Suck a cock. Suck a cock. I like pussy. That's a big bear. Kill me.
By the way, we got reports the audio was a little low. We got a brand new copy, so you might want to turn down your XM so you don't get...
That director really should be shot. You're right. That was probably a personal moment for him that everyone else had to fucking suffer because of.
I know. I hated that.
What a douchebag.
Beck in Florida.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, if you can recall during the movie, the guy had a fetish with the bear shit. Every time he turned around, he was like caressing and holding it.
It's just one of these movies that's not supposed to be a comedy that is.
Yeah.
It's in my comedy section at my house. It's hilarious. It really is funny on so many levels.
Caddyshack, Animal House, Grizzly Man.
Right. Fucking, he's got it sandwiched between Caddyshack and Schindler's List.
I forgot about that. He does start. He gets more and more into playing with the bear shit.
That's just great.
That's
fantastic.
He touches it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, there's something in there for you, Jim.
He's got a helpful rascal.
With his, what kind of haircut does he have? Like the Prince, what is it called?
Prince Valiant?
Yeah. He's got that hairdo going. It's funny.
Oh, the best part. Do you have the audio of the guy from L.A., his ex-actor friend out there? Who turns his death into like a monologue? He's like trying to like book an audition. You could tell he fucking rehearsed it.
Right.
This thing is like there's so many different layers. This thing's hilarious. And if I described it better, that would have been funny too.
Well, maybe we can get the actor friend on the phone. We should interview these people.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Why not? They're not that big famous. No one cares about them.
I don't know.
Hey,
someone's saying the director's in Munich, Germany, or something like that. Or
Oh, really? Well, we have audio. They didn't highlight it as one of the best cuts, but it is, though. The director listens to the audio of the attack, then tells Jewel, ex-girlfriend, to get rid of the tape. So we do have that. We'll get to that in a second. But first, here's another clip. This is a helicopter pilot that used to fly him in and out. Would drop him off and go, oh, Jesus, this guy's nuts. And then he'd pick him up like 2-3 months later.
That long he'd be there?
Yeah, he was there for like the whole summer, I think, right?
Yeah, he would leave right before they started to hibernate.
But the year he got eaten, he decided to stay longer, knowing that more dangerous bears were taking the place of the bears that were there that were going to hibernate. I guess there's a whole cycle. Like some bears go hibernate earlier, and then these really nasty ones that could survive in worse conditions still hang around for another month or so.
And eat everything.
It's like being in Midtown, I guess, and then deciding one night you're going to go uptown.
How much longer?
It's kind of the same. It seems the same. You would think it would be the same, but somehow something's different.
It's like walking around this area at night. It gets a little different than walking around here
a little
during
bit.
the day. Here we go. Here's the helicopter pilot.
I think the only reason that Treadwell lasted as long in the game as he did was that the Bears probably thought there was something wrong with him, like he was mentally retarded or something.
Retarded.
That bear, I think that day, decided that he had either had enough of Tim Treadwell or that something clicked in that bear's head that he thought, hey, he might be good to eat.
I think that's closer to it.
My opinion, I think Treadwell thought these bears were big, scary-looking, harmless creatures that he could go up and pet and sing to, and they would bond as children of the universe or some odd. I think he had lost sight of what was really going on.
Yeah, that's the same.
This guy's fucking rationalizing it like the bear had maybe it was a political argument. Maybe that's why he killed him. You fucking idiot.
I'm Tim Treadwell. Get to the chopper.
He had a falling out with the bears.
The bears thought he was retarded.
The bears thought he was retarded and said, hey, I've had enough of this guy. Or he thought, that's a tasty treat.
The bear...
I'll go with the tasty treat. I think the bear just looked. He was hungry, and bears will eat anything. They're stupid bears.
They have video of the bear that ate him. They're convinced that he actually taped him.
Yeah.
And you could just see it. They make this point in the movie. You could just see it in the bear's eyes that there was just I just need to eat look.
Hungry bear.
He was an older bear. And all the younger ones ate all the salmon, and this douchebag was standing there. He's a big
old bear. Can't hunt anymore.
They had
probably.
an expert
Yeah.
looking at the footage, and this Tim guy is watching this bear dive really deep. And Tim thinks it's great that the bear could dive that deep, and it's so cute and stuff.
Oh.
And the expert's like, that's not cute. That's proven that this bear is beyond hungry and is going really deep down to try to get food.
You ever see the cute picture of the bear sitting down by the waterfall, and he just puts his hand in, and a salmon's on his claw, and he eats it. Puts another one. If bears got to work for anything,
right?
Yeah, they must be hungry.
That's what the expert explains. Like, he has to work real hard to survive at this point. It's not like, the height of the salmon season where you just scoop up as many as you can.
And what's funny, when you look at the footage of the bear, it literally looks like the bear's playing. It's a scene right out of Bambi because he's diving deep and then coming back on his back. And if you knew nothing about these animals like I don't, I was like laughing. Go ahead, look at him.
How cute.
He's swimming. He's just taking a break.
He's starving.
He's doing he's diving down deep because there's no fucking fish left. And he keeps coming up, and he's occasionally glancing over at this idiot.
I could eat that, I think.
Yeah, just going.
I could eat
another
that.
step closer.
It's like finding a chick in the neighborhood who sucks your dick immediately. The bear's probably like, I heard about this asshole. I can't believe he's really here. This guy's for real? I thought this was a goof. An urban legend.
Do you hear about the guy that just hangs around?
He doesn't run away when you walk up to him? No, he just talks.
He just talks to you.
It's a setup, man. I don't like it.
Who did this, Danny or you? Danny? The description on the next track is hilarious.
Hello, Bear. Why don't you take a seat right over there? What were you thinking when you came over to this guy's camp?
I don't know.
Track 7.
Sorry.
Listen to this. Spirit, the fox's cub ghost, takes Tim's hat and runs off. What results can only be described as fag mad and could be the most hilarious audio ever recorded.
Fag mad?
The hat ends up in a den. But Danny's saying this could be the most hilarious audio ever recorded, Anthony.
All right.
Ever.
Hey, who's stealing that hat? Let me see that hat. Ghost, I want that hat. Man, Ghost is bad. Ghost, what are you doing with that hat? Ghost, that hat is a very important hat. Drop it. Hey. Oh, God damn it. I can't believe this. Ghost! Ghost, where's that fucking hat? That hat is so friggin' valuable for this trip. Ghost, you come back here with that friggin' hat. If it's in the den, I'm gonna fucking explode. Ghost, where's that hat? But it's not okay for you to steal it. Oh, man. Oh, man. It's a friggin' den.
See, he sounds like he's chasing a toddler through his house. He's in the fucking wilderness.
Right.
Ghost! It's my hat.
I want to say that I mean this. I hate Tim Treadwell, and I'm glad he's dead. I'm glad he's fucking dead.
By the way, his girlfriend's name is Ghost, too.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Ring, ring. Phone.
Grr. Grr. Grr.
All right, here we go.
Oh, wait, the phone.
Here's the next track. Tim petting and talking to Timmy the Fox.
Timmy.
And then he asked the public to stop killing and hurting foxes. Do you know anyone that kills and hurts foxes?
I know nobody that does that.
Bill, you?
No, you know what? I've never heard of that.
I've never, tally-ho! We get up on horseback and send the hounds out, chase that fox.
Go on a fox trot.
Fox hunt.
How often do you call your friend? Leave a message. We're out hurting a fox.
Right.
Call you back.
It's a different perspective, I do believe.
Yeah.
How many foxes could be hurt out there?
Only Timmy is the boss of all foxes and all bears. You're the ruler. Look at that face and look at that ear. Yay. Thanks for being my friend. This is so good. Does it feel good? We patrol the Grizzly Sanctuary together. How did we meet? Over a decade ago. He left his mother and father's side, promptly peed on my shoes, pooped on my clothes. That was it. He was my friend, Timmy the Fox. Yep. And we watch over things, and he's the boss. Takes care of everything. Yep. Yep. Yes, I love my iPad. I think one of the things that's really important is you can see the bond that has developed between this very wild animal and this fairly wild person. And you realize he has this gorgeous fur, and people are trying to kill him for it with steel jaw traps and cruel farming practices, and other people run him down on horses for sport, fox hunting. We want this to end. Between Timmy the Fox, this beautiful fox, and me, we ask the public, please stop killing and hurting these foxes and torturing them. Don't you think? If they knew how beautiful he was and how sweet he was, they would never hurt him. Thanks, King.
Holy shit.
Too bad 2 Bears didn't do an infomercial. Please stop eating psychotic faggots. Please just let them wander around your neighborhood without being harmed and eaten.
I like how they're playing that acoustic guitar music, like they're so trying to get you to give a fuck about this guy.
Like,
he had a good heart.
Yeah, he
the rest
meant
of
well.
us, we're all too jaded.
I like
well.
this next track because he loses his mind because he's talking to the camera and it's not coming out right, so he does the lines over and over again, and he gets madder and madder. Listen to this.
Timothy used his camera as a tool to get his message across. Sometimes his approach was very playful.
Do another take here. I fucked up the last one. I almost just fell off the cliff. I'm a fucking asshole. Behind me is the Grizzly Sanctuary, and also behind me, hidden down below in those trees somewhere, is my camp. I must stay incognito. I must hide from the authorities. I must hide from people who would harm me. I must now even hide from people that seek me out because I've made some sort of, I don't want to say celebrity, but
yes,
they come here to Alaska and they hear about Treadwell in the bush and they want to go find him. But they can't. I'm hidden down below. No one knows where I am. Even I don't even know where I am. That was pretty shitty. Let's do a really short take here.
But as a filmmaker, he was methodical.
Whatever.
Often repeating takes 15 times.
One more really short, excellent take. Let's just really sum it up. Here we go. This is going to be the motherfucker. Behind me is the Grizzly Sanctuary, and also hidden down below is my camp. For I must now remain hidden from the authorities, from people who would harm me, from people who'd seek me out as a story. My
Mr.
future helping the animals depends on it. I must be a spirit in the wilderness.
He's methodical as a director. He's kind of like Kubrick, but without limbs. Shithead.
Rachel, my camp is down there. Someday it will all be yours. The Peloponnese, my mutilated body.
What is a string of intestines?
Rachel, you've hit him over the head with a frying pan. No.
I have no idea if there's a God, but if there's a God, God would be very, very pleased with me. If you could just watch me here, how much I love them, how much I adore them, how respectful I am to them, how I am one of them, and how the studies they give me, the photographs, the video, and take that around for no charge to people around the world. It's good work. I feel good about it. I feel good about myself doing it. And I want to continue. And I hope I can. I really hope I can. But if not, be warned. I will die for these animals. I will die for these animals. I will die for these animals. Thank you so much for letting me do this. Thank you so much for these animals, for giving me a life. I had no life. Now I have a life.
Thank you so much for getting killed.
That faggot-eating bear does not get that picture.
Foraging lessons, salmon-eating lessons. I was going to make him a producer for Foundry Music.
Danny didn't highlight this
Poor guy.
this track, but I think we should play it because it says, this is the cut where Tim wonders why girls don't want to be with him. Let's see what he has to say about this.
Because you're gay and you smell like bear shit?
And that's my story here. For me, Timothy Treadwell. The kind warrior.
Again.
The kind warrior.
Can I take it? I'm trying. Okay. Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, why not? Why not? I crossed the halfway point. The government's given me all they have so far. I've stood up to it. I've had danger in the boat, almost died. I've almost fallen off a cliff. Yeah. The danger factor's about to amp up in the maze. The maze is always the most dangerous. Lord, I do not want to be hurt by a bear. I do not. I always cannot understand why girls don't want to be with me for a long time, because I have really a nice personality. I'm fun. I'm very, very good in the, you're not supposed to say that when you're a guy, but I know I am. They know I am. And, I don't fight with them. I'm so passive. Bit of a patsy. Which, is that a turnoff to girls, to be a patsy? I mean, it's not that I'm a total great guy.
That means faggot.
I'm a lot of fun and have a good life going. I don't know what's going on. I always wished I was gay. It would have been a lot easier. You know, you can just bing, bing, bing. Gay guys have no problem. I mean, they go to restrooms and truck stops and they perform sex. It's like so easy for them and stuff. But you know what? Alas, Timothy Treadwell's not gay. Bummer. I love girls. Girls need a lot more. Need a lot more.
Hold on, I gotta back up a little.
Yeah. That guy is trying a little too hard.
Hold on, let's back up here a little bit.
No problem. I mean, they go to restrooms and truck stops and they perform sex. It's like so easy for them and stuff. But you know what? Alas, Timothy Treadwell's not gay. Bummer. I love girls.
You lie.
Girls.
You're a fucking liar.
Need a lot more. Need a lot more. You know, finesse and care and I like that a bit. But when it goes bed down in bed and you're alone, it's like, well, you know, you can't rebound like you can if you were gay. I'm sure gay people have problems too, but not as much as one goofy straight guy named Timothy Treadwell. Anyway, that's my story. That's my story.
He's like, oh, what a shame I'm not gay.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I'd like to be, but I like girls.
Let's go to Eric in New York. Eric?
Rachel, I've become Bear Houduvers.
Houduvers. Hors d'oeuvres. Nasty bossy. Mr. Marshall.
Good one, Eric. Well, here's Tim talking to a fox. We're almost done here. The Grizzly Man audio.
I love you. Look at you. You're the best little fox. But how did I come into this work, Iris? Did you ever get the story? I was troubled. I drank a lot. Did you know that? Iris, you wouldn't even know what that is. But I used to drink to the point of that I guess I was either going to die from it or break free of it. But nothing, Iris, could get me from to stop drinking. Nothing. I went to programs. I tried quitting myself. I did everything that I could to try not to drink, and then I did everything I could to drink.
From the mule,
and
he means.
And it was killing me until I discovered this land of bears and realized that they were in such great danger that they needed a caretaker. They needed someone to look after them, but not a drunk person, not a person messed up. So I promised the bears that if I would look over them, would they please help me be a better person? And they become so inspirational
thought he said
and living
person.
with the foxes too that I did. I gave up the drinking. It was a miracle. It's an absolute miracle. And the miracle was animals. The miracle was animals.
Sex with them. Guaranteed this guy fucked something. An animal. One of the foxes, a bear, something.
I gotta say, this is what's impressive. But you saw the pictures.
Yeah.
One of them, he's sitting behind a bear. This bear is fucking massive.
I don't think
that's not the guy.
That's him, and this one has been disputed.
They're fake photos.
This is a fake photo. The other one isn't a fake photo. It's a real dead guy.
This isn't that.
But it isn't the guy.
That's not the guy.
I don't know if this is him, but there's a picture of a guy's leg that has been shredded off, and his fucking hog is hanging out by his intestines, and he's got to be packing 7 soft, and I'm like, in a panic mode, your cock shrivels. So for this guy to fucking have a dick this big after being attacked by an animal, hats off.
And the animals even know not to eat the taint. Look at that. It's completely intact.
So this is not him?
No, that's some other animal attack.
Why would the bear leave the best part?
Maybe the bear just sucked it and walked away.
I like how
this whole thing was bullshit.
I like how his thigh is completely gone, but his shin is there, and his sneaker is still nicely tied on
And his leg
foot.
is like kind of almost like in relaxed mode, like he's sunbathing.
like he's kicking his leg up a little bit.
But the
Really
pictures are
sick.
fake. They're definitely fake. Those aren't the ones.
No, that's not the guy.
So, you guys want to hear from the medical examiner? We got 2
Oh.
clips left.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, this guy. Oh, everybody.
This guy was a creep in the movie.
Yeah, you ever just like see a movie where it's just everybody's good, and then they all go on to be like stars of movies. There's an occasionally this fucking documentary is like that. There's not a B-list person in this.
Did you ever see the movie? We got to get the audio of. They made it kind of a loosely based documentary. I guess it's a documentary on the death of Kurt Cobain.
Oh yeah,
that came out about 7-8 years ago.
Kurt and Courtney.
I don't know what it was. Was it called Kurt and Courtney?
The one that said that she was involved in the plotting.
Yeah,
of
that
the-
she got a hitman
Yeah.
to kill Kurt Cobain and stuff.
Yeah, that was it.
And they finally find this guy, and he had a really scary name, and this guy couldn't kill a mosquito. I got to get the audio of that. What was that guy's name in that movie?
I don't remember.
And then, after a month or two after filming, he was run over by a train. He was like a raging alcoholic that was in some obscure punk band in Seattle or something. It was hilarious. Another movie.
Yeah,
that
not
was
trying to be funny, but
hilarious.
it was. You remember when he was driving in the car and he goes, "Right here, we were going to use some audio from Nirvana, but Courtney wouldn't let us."
Yeah. No, what about oh, you did see the movie.
Yeah, and he left that in the movie.
So it's these two bumbling idiots. They're trying to prove that Courtney killed Kurt, right? And now it's the moment that they've been waiting for on film. Their
Here it
cameras are
comes.
rolling. They finally got Courtney. They only have her for a couple seconds, and then all of a sudden the screen goes blank, and all of a sudden there's a voiceover going, "Unfortunately, at this point, our battery ran out." Remember that scene?
Nice professional work.
Another one of those movies so worth renting because it's so silly and
I
funny.
forgot about that.
When it wasn't
I remember
supposed to be.
laughing in the movie
Right.
theater, and these people in front were evidently big Nirvana fans.
Oh, dude, once again-
and they were turning around and going I'm like, this is pathetic.
I saw the movie in Cambridge, and a huge Nirvana fan. Most people know that. I was openly laughing, but there were people in this theater, like you just said, taking this movie like it was the real deal. All right, here's the medical examiner. He had examined the bodies after the bears ate good old Tim and his girlfriend.
All right,
his girlfriend.
Timothy Treadwell and Amy Huguenot's remains came in this large metal can. Inside this metal can was a plastic bag, one for Timothy and one for Amy. I mean, these are human beings, and the question I ask is, first of all, who are you, Timothy? Who are you, Amy? And what happened
I don't
to
think
you?
you'll get an answer.
In the case of Timothy and Amy, what I had were body parts, just the visual input of seeing a detached human being before my eyes.
Made my cock hard.
Makes my heart.
That's what I was going to say. The guy.
Yeah, he sounds a little into it.
You know what you couldn't tell in the beginning is he has these big silver crates, and he's like Timothy and whatever her name was,
Amy
and hose
something.
bag came here in these crates, and he wham slams down as this big creepy echo.
Yeah.
He just looks like he's way into death, like
Way
Yeah.
into. He
How
gets
medical examiner? Why does he act like he's never seen a fucking
No, he
body?
gets really into describing the what happened to these people. It's coming up.
For my eyes, makes my heart race, makes the hair stand up on the back of
Makes
my
the
head.
blood flow.
Particularly in
excited.
combination with the contents of a tape, an audio tape, that is the sound portion of a videotape. And when I find out from other investigators that the shoes neatly placed at the entrance to a tent and the cap left on a camera so that the visual part could not be recorded, yet the tape is running so that we can hear the sounds of Amy screaming and the sounds of Timothy moaning, tells me that this event occurred very, very quickly, suddenly and unexpectedly. I clearly can hear her screaming, "Stop and go away. Maybe run away." There's a lot of background noise. Timothy is moaning. and I hear Amy beating on the top of this bear's head with a frying pan, and Timothy is saying, "Run away, let go. Run away, Amy, run away." Amy had a great deal of conviction. She had a great deal of conviction in this relationship, we know that. Although in the past she was more standoffish, she didn't get as close to the bear as Timothy did. She was more cautious. However, I know that at the moment of death, when one is being tried to the maximum of one's ability to be faithful, to stick to a situation, to be loyal, if one can say that to Timothy, she stayed there and she fought with Timothy. She did not run away. Amy, we know, fought back for approximately 6 minutes. Amy stayed with her lover, with her partner, with her mate, and with the bear. Ultimately, she stayed with the bear in the situation.
Yeah, definitely smart move. Definitely a James Blunt moment right there for her.
Where was she going to fucking run to? You're in the woods with a bunch of bears. Where are you going?
Right. Where's the audio of him explaining
You just slowly
the injuries?
sort of walk away like, all right, Tim.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
It's the way you kind of wanted to go out. It's not the way I want to go, so I'm going to be leaving.
I know. She's like, you haven't fucked me in years.
He wouldn't have had to tell me to run away. He would have been like, run away. Where are you?
Here's
a puff of smoke where you used to be.
Here's the director or the main guy listening to the actual audio of him being eaten alive and his girlfriend. Go ahead.
I like just his brutal reenactment of what they were saying, and he was like, run away. Run away. It was more like, run away!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Run away.
But at this point, there was a lot of background noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't one of those quiet, getting eaten alive moments.
Wasn't mixed well.
Yeah.
They really didn't have good mic placement.
This is the big bummer of the whole movie because they didn't play the audio. But this guy, you get to watch him listen to the audio with headphones on.
Yeah, he gets to hear it. We can't.
So there might be some dead space in here as he's listening to the audio. I don't know.
This is Timothy's camera. During the fatal attack, there was no time to remove the lens cap. Joel Palovac allowed me to listen to the audio. I hear rain and I hear, Amy, get away, go away.
Yeah. He's listening. He's still listening. Grr. He's listening. Grr. No. And he's listening. No. Grr. He continues to listen.
Turn it off.
Grr. No. He's listening. Grr. More listening.
I bring nothing to the table.
Huh, where did that come from?
Grr. As he continues to listen.
Is he laughing?
Julie, you must never listen to this.
I know, Werner. I'm never going to.
And you must never look at the photos that I've seen at the coroner's office.
I will never look at them.
Yeah. Chicken, lichen.
And you must never look at the photos while listening to the audio.
Here it comes.
Now you know why no one's going to hear it.
I think you should not keep it. You should destroy it.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I think that's what you should do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it will be the white elephant in your room all your life.
She was later killed by a white elephant, which is an odd coincidence of that situation. You must burn it. You must dig a long ditch and get the people to load them in and covers them with kerosene and burns them so our crimes will not be seen. Oh, the tape, yes. Burns the tape.
You should never listen to this while looking at those pictures while having your ass eaten on a bear rug near a fireplace. Fucking creep. Cockblock Nazi.
What did the girlfriend look like?
Oof. She looked like she could have
a
been
bear?
in the woods.
Yeah.
Really?
Being filmed.
The kind of girl that had to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, exactly.
Also known as a fag hag.
Fag bear hag. Wow.
What year was this?
A few years ago, I guess. I don't know.
Something like that.
Did the audio still exist?
I think there's got to be more than
Had
one
to get out
copy.
there somewhere.
The cops, they always do.
The cops.
Hey, check this one.
The cops for the Christmas party, you got to think.
Murphy ran off a tape. Look,
Yeah, all the shit they've seen, they're like eating lasagna. It doesn't bug them.
Right.
Well, I'm making an offer. $25 to whoever
Wow.
produces that audio.
Holy Jesus, that's a lot of money.
And tickets to my February 24th, 25th Albany shows.
Wow.
That's right.
I don't think the listeners will be sending in audio of a bear eating somebody.
$25.
All right. You owe me. Grr. 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 Listen to the pain he sounds.
No, that's him ripping the flesh off the bear's body.
Grr.
All right, we'll leave with one last clip here from Tim talking to the bears.
Well, I just want to discuss that fight with Mickey Bear right here. He's right.
Oh yeah, he got on film a crazy fight between two bears. A very violent fight. That was a lot of fun to check out in the background.
Two heavyweights.
And he's
Fair
about
fight.
50 feet away from what just happened.
Well, I just want to discuss that fight with Mickey Bear right here. He's right next to me here in the Grizzly Sanctuary on the Tide Flat Saturn off to camera left. Mick, you underestimated Sergeant Brown. You went in for the hit. He seemed to be rope-a-doping you like he wasn't that tough. And then once you banged into him, man, he turned out to be one heck of a rough bear. A very rough bear. And I'm telling you, I was so scared, I almost got sick to my stomach watching you fight. And then when he knocked you down and you had him, and you were down on your back, it was terrible. It was terrible.
You can't win, Rob.
I'm not duking it out for any girl like that. I'm telling you right now, I'm not duking it out for any girl. But I've had my troubles with the girls. Yeah. And I'll tell you something. If Saturn was a female human, I could just see how beautiful she is as a bear. Whew. I've always called her the Michelle Pfeiffer of bears out here.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
All right, you lay there. I'm going to go off with your girlfriend. Don't beat me up over it. I'm cool.
Even
I'm
the
cool.
bag
I'm
knows he's
respectful.
gay.
Yeah. Things are bad for me with the human women, but not so bad that I have to be hitting on bears yet.
The bear's like, fine, you can sleep in the same bed with her. I don't care.
Right. That guy.
The bear looks like Elvira.
That guy is so gay and so in denial that he's got to say things like that. I've had some trouble with the women. But you know, don't worry about it.
It is a movie of acceptance.
It's unbelievable. Through the whole film, he's talking about girls, and
it's why
doesn't
he's
understand
there.
why people think he's gay. He's not gay.
It's why he was
It would be
drinking.
better to be gay.
Finally, he's attacked by some fucking bear in skinhead boots. Doesn't approve of his lifestyle.
That's a little taste. The movie is just terrific.
A little taste. That's funny.
A little taste.
Michelle Pfeiffer bear.
Michelle Pfeiffer. That's what I call her.
Before we go to
First
break,
half of that whole clip CD you played, I thought it was still Mario Cantone's Grammy commentary.
Oh, that was from the Grammys?
Yeah.
Well, it was after the View
After.
the next day. He
Oh.
did.
The View.
He's funny, man. He just does all the voices.
All the girls just got together.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Was his angle like a gay thing or no? He didn't do that again, did he?
That angle, I don't think he's changed that act.
It's a 45. It's actually a 90-degree angle when he's on his back and his legs are straight up in the air. It's the angle he takes.
I'm going to call you Liza, you bear, you big bear.
Oh, stop eating me!
when VH1 does the Tim Treadwell story, starring Mario Cantone.
Or if they'll do it like a clip show, like fucking the 80s, where everybody chimes in and comments on what a fucking...
Grr, grr, grr.
Hal Sparks.
Yeah. Some funny bear-eating anecdote.
Yeah.
Someone's saying the audio still exists. Jeff in Houston.
Yeah, what's going on, gentlemen?
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, they, on the Discovery Channel, when they aired it, by the way, thanks, Opie, for having me watch that goddamn dribble.
they had a roundtable discussion after it was over, and the girl talked about how she never did destroy the audio, so it's still there somewhere.
Someone break into our house and get it for us.
Yeah, I'll give you $25.
That's right.
I'm willing to match that.
I'll throw $12.50.
That's $62.50. $62.50.
All right.
$62.50.
We have more drunk audio as we go to break, and then we got to get Bill, the schizo comic, in here from Cleveland. Bill, you're next, buddy.
Oh, you're going to love this guy.
You've talked to him?
Yeah, he has that calmness of someone who just, like, murdered a whole room full of people.
Yeah.
Like, he just got it all out of him.
He's all calm now. Take me away. It's all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he here now?
Huh?
Where's Poe?
He's around.
He's around. He'll be here when things...
We got some drunk audio.
Poe is diving deep down into a lake.
Yeah, getting ready. He's searching.
Drunk audio, Bill. I don't know if you've heard this on the show, but thanks to Craig Ferguson, he did a terrific job with this with the George Bush audio. We decided to try it with our stuff. And so the listeners are sending in some classic moments from the show with the audio slowed down so we sound drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is Anthony sounding very drunk on the B day, on the B show.
The B show?
The B show, when we had, the guy.
Oh, the bees. I thought you had some curse word that you couldn't say.
No.
Okay.
Listen to this. Anthony drunk.
Yeah. At least I know a bee will not be stinging me behind my back.
I hope a bee lands in your jacket pocket and stings you and you put your hands in it later. I'm having my coat brought to the office.
Oh, yes. Hey, laughing boy.
Yeah.
Could you come here a minute?
Hey, Chuckle Boy, get in here.
Don't look at
Be
me.
a good intern, and please hang this on the back of my chair in the bee-free office environment.
Hang mine first and hang Anthony's over mine in case the bee flies in.
Hang mine on the back of my chair.
Hang mine under that.
Sounds senile.
And lose that fucking Red Sox hat.
The preparation for this bit is just downright ridiculous.
It's
it's great.
He's snotting in the beast.
Oh, that's great. You couldn't cover your mouth.
Yeah, he couldn't cover his mouth.
Oh, look at all the crap on your screen now. Yeah, that won't attract the bees. little snack for them right on the screen.
Can the bee get AIDS?
Time marches on. Bill Burr in studio. What are we plugging, Bill?
I'm going to be at Bananas.
Nice.
Next, Bananas in Poughkeepsie.
Poughkeepsie.
The police in Poughkeepsie.
Say hi to everyone in Poughkeepsie.
February 17th and 18th, and then Hasbro Heights Bananas.
All right.
In Jersey.
Bananas.
The following
funny
week.
fruit.
You guys want to meet Bill, the schizo comic from Cleveland?
Yes.
Oh. Once again, we're doing American Mess. You wouldn't know it by listening to the show today because no one showed up. Unbelievable. We are giving you an opportunity to be a huge star on this fine radio show that a lot of people seem to like. And this is the second week in a row that no one really showed up. It's an open call every Friday.
Well, I think once that guy had the humpback, took his eye out and his teeth out, he set the bar so high.
But we're also looking for people like this guy, There's nothing wrong with him physically, except for the scary stare.
Yeah.
But we're looking for, unique people.
Whether it's I think we found one.
Whether it's something wrong with your body or
that
some
right
kind of strange talent. Yes.
That is a rogue cop if I ever seen one.
A rogue cop.
Yeah.
Cop gone bad.
He left the program.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a mess.
You're a mess?
Yeah,
you got to get a closer look at you.
Wow.
I spent all my money. I won $50,000 in the lottery, and now I'm not eligible for free medication anymore.
and I'm probably going to end up homeless. And I spend it all on lottery tickets again.
Really?
That's terrific. It really is terrific.
That's the minute, people.
Yeah, we're getting you on the webcam.
So what do you like to do when you're not being mistaken for Brian Dennehy?
I do stand-up comedy.
Full metal jacket all the way with that stare.
So it's more away from his face. But
You know what I like? I like
talk into it. You ever like I do kind of thing? You know.
That's the sport coat every cop wears when they're going to put a black guy in jail with like no evidence.
Yeah.
You just up there just lying.
Wait, no,
You know what copy looks like? You ever seen Dog Day Afternoon? Give us soft drinks. Give us soft drinks. The guy that's trying to calm Pacino down. Ant, no?
I had brain surgery, too. I got hit by a car and had brain surgery.
Yeah?
That's no reason.
You got hit by a car.
This guy is funny.
This is part of his act. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I like his act.
Yeah, let's hear what's your opening joke and your stand-up.
Yeah, my opening
Ladies
joke...
and gentlemen, keep it going for Bill the Psycho. Come on.
This comedy set is dedicated to all the deaf schizophrenics that can't hear their voices and to all the schizophrenics that thought they were Jesus. They all drown.
It's not a bad
It gets a laugh into the clubs.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Keep going.
I hit...
But seriously, folks.
Yeah,
but seriously,
keep going.
last time I had a girlfriend was in the mental hospital. We never really broke up. We just each underwent shock treatments and forgot we were dating. That was a problem when I was in the mental hospital. I used to forget things. Like I used to loan some really creepy guy named Jeff $5, and I'd forget I loaned to him after I got shock treatment. So I got smart and started writing things down of things I needed to remember. And here's a list from like 10 or 15 years ago of things I need to remember after I got shock treatments. Stop eating so much, you fat ass. Convince angry black Muslim roommate I'm not the devil. Vanilla Ice rocks. Jeffrey Dahmer owes you $5.
Holy shit!
I think the setup was a little wordy.
Yeah, I know.
But I think
no,
you got something
it gets
there.
laughs. It gets laughs.
Well, it helps that you speed through it.
Yeah, I like the fact that...
Do another joke. Do the setup really fast, just like you did it, because that's working
Someone
for
in
me.
Pal Talk is just writing, holy hell.
Holy hell.
Now, usually what's good about you, a lot of comedians make the mistake of actually trying to pause or change inflection.
Yeah.
And that kind of ruins flow. You're actually, the way you do it is perfect.
And if shock treatment's going to be very important to your act, you might want to learn how to say shock.
Oh, okay.
How do you say shock?
Shock.
It didn't sound like that, right?
I might have said it wrong. I'm nervous. I'm never.
No, it sounded like... I'm
right.
serious. It sounded like track.
My counselor's here tonight.
Yeah?
She has this policy. She pretends she doesn't know who I am when she sees me out in public. That's cool. I pretend I don't know fat chicks. You like that one?
I like that one.
Opie loved that one.
Good
There's
one.
a lot of awkward moments when you're schizophrenic. Like when you jump off a bridge and try and kill yourself and just break your legs at the bottom of the bridge. It's awkward when you try and call the cab and try and explain why you just need a ride to the top of the bridge.
Say try a couple more times than that, and I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know what, though?
You need one or two more tries.
I got to know a little more about you. You're schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Now, you said something when I was getting the camera I didn't hear about medication. You can't afford it anymore?
Well, I was getting it free because I'm not working.
Uh-huh.
But now that they know I won the lottery, I'm probably not going to get it free anymore.
But if you won the lottery, you can afford it?
I spent all my lottery tickets, money on lottery, on other lottery tickets.
So you won $50,000.
Yeah, and I blew it.
And you bought $50,000 worth of lottery tickets.
But I'm going to make it back selling T-shirts. Can I give my MySpace so I
Where
can sell
are you from?
T-shirts?
Chicago or something?
Cleveland.
Oh, Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you spent it on lottery tickets. You scratched. What was that last one you scratched off like? Were you just like, oh, come on, baby?
Well, I won a ticket called Ohio Millionaire, and I matched like a bell, and that won $10,000. Then another part won $5,000, another part won $5,000, another part won $10,000,
Wow.
and it added up to $50,000.
$50,000. And what did they pay you?
35.
You got $35,750, and you bought $35,750 worth of more tickets.
$34,000. I got like $1,000 left.
Oh, you got $1,000 left. Out of it.
Which I spent to get up here.
What compelled you to do that and not maybe go to the track where your odds are a little better, or Atlantic City and put it all on black on the wheel or something? Like, why pick something that is so... The odds of winning lottery twice are astronomical.
I don't know why I didn't do that.
You could have done a 50-50. You could have had a coin toss.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe next time, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, just go to a casino. Bet on
Go
red
to
or
casino.
black.
Bet on red or black.
Can I
You
do
got,
my
what,
closing
48% chance
Yeah,
of
what's
winning.
your closing joke?
This comedy set was also dedicated to the memory of my ex-girlfriend. She's still alive. Things to do.
I get it. Kill your ex-girlfriend.
Can I give my MySpace?
Sure.
Yeah.
My MySpace is myspace.com/schizobill.
How long have you been on?
It's a couple months. It's SKITZOBILL.
Have you been on MySpace for a while?
What's that?
You've been on MySpace for a while?
For about a couple months.
Hey, you know what? Just yeah, say it again because I didn't hear it.
MySpace.com/schizobill.
I love being on MySpace, man.
Jimmy, the guy, he's trying to do the
My-
podcast.
MySpace.
No, I do. It's fucking amazing. I have it
Yeah,
myself.
that's good.
Yeah, it's
Trying
good.
to work on some more friends.
So what's the address?
MySpace.com/schizobill.
How many friends you got?
I've got 270.
Cool.
Well, that ain't that.
Bill's
that.
my friend.
But let me tell you
I am.
something. You give out the address, you're gonna have a lot more friends. What
That's
is
right.
it?
MySpace.com.
You know what? I forgot. I had like no friends.
Everyone's
and then all of a sudden,
stepping on my plug.
I have
we
13,000
had
totally
lots
forgot.
of friends. I'm just about up to that point.
It's fucking great.
But and we noticed if you do plug it, all of a sudden, bam!
I have
a lot of people
13,000
get on.
friends now.
I lost my
13,000.
car too.
Yeah?
How did you lose it?
I went to a comedy contest and I drove down there and I only had enough money to get down there and
Yeah.
I checked into a mental hospital to get they gave me a Greyhound ride home. That's not a joke.
Yeah, no,
it's not
that's
a
what
joke.
I'm saying.
Fits right in.
It's not a joke. They gave me a Greyhound ticket home, and then they charged me $1,800 for it.
So Bill, you're schizo?
Yeah.
What's that like? How's that work?
No, I hear there was something that happened to you with lottery tickets or something. You were on the phone the other day talking about that.
Yeah, I just talked about it just now.
What happened
didn't
with
I?
lottery tickets?
On the phone, we've been waiting to hear it live. What
Yeah.
happened with the
You
lottery?
never told a story when you called in. What was it, like Monday or something?
Yeah.
You said there was a story about lottery tickets or something that we needed to
and
hear.
all our listeners
I
have been
just
waiting
told
to hear
you guys, aren't I? Am I hallucinating?
They're sending feedback.
Everyone wants to know the lottery ticket story. That's all I know.
Okay, I'll tell you what really happened. I was performing at a comedy club,
Right.
And a lot of times after I perform, people come up to me and they'll say, "Hey, I'm schizophrenic too."
Right.
And this guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, I'm schizophrenic too," and he says, "Don't listen to your doctor, listen to your voices." And he says, "Well, do my voices give me lottery ticket winnings?" And he says, "Yes, they do." And later on, I swear to God, I saw the people I saw told me to buy that lottery ticket.
But what lottery ticket?
And so what happened when you bought the lottery ticket?
I won $50,000.
You won $50,000 from the lottery?
Yeah.
How much?
I've got the thing out there.
How much could you keep?
What'd you do with the money?
I spent it on lottery tickets again.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
How many
What
did you buy?
happened? I told you guys all this.
No, you didn't.
How many did?
How many
guys
did you
are
buy?
messing with my head.
Wait, who brought you in? That guy?
Yeah, that's Bill Squire. He's a Mormon
there he is.
comedian.
Hey, you from like Chicago?
Cleveland.
Yeah, weird.
Cleveland.
Oh,
Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah, the accent. I
Yeah, you
thought it
sound
was
like you're
Chicago.
from Chicago.
Dude, what do you do when you're not being mistaken for Brian Dennehy?
This is all happening again or something. I don't know what's up. I'm a stand-up comedian. I told my jokes already.
Do some of your act.
Do some
Do
stand-up.
some of your act.
You did a joke on the phone about something about shock treatment or something, I remember.
Yeah,
You couldn't hear it.
do
And we
your
have a new
opening
audience,
joke. Do
so-
your
Do the opening joke.
Ladies and gentlemen, come to the stage. Give it up for Schizo Bill.
Yeah.
What's your opening joke?
This comedy set is dedicated to all the deaf schizophrenics that can't hear their voices, and to all the schizophrenics that thought they were Jesus. They all drown. Silence.
Well, we told you to tell a joke.
I just did tell a joke.
Oh.
That was a joke.
Oh, I see.
It gets laughs. I got a tape. I sent you guys. Bill sent you guys a tape.
I have evidence.
Yeah.
I have evidence. I performed at Hilarities in the America's Funniest Mom contest. Oh, that thing's
Hey, what was it like when you scratched off that last lottery ticket?
Oh my
You must
God!
have
You
been
guys
like,
are
"Come
screwing
on,
with my
baby."
head.
Man.
I need to see my psychologist.
How much money did you wind up spending on lottery tickets?
Another like $30,000.
30,000?
You got like a grand left.
I have like a grand left. That's it.
Oh my
Wow.
God, dude!
But how'd you get down here?
Line.
Bill drove me.
Oh.
So what do you like to do when you're not being mistaken for Brian Dennehy?
So you're a comic?
Yeah, I'm a comic.
Do your opening joke.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I
coming
did
to the
my
stage.
opening
Keep it going
joke.
for Schizo Bill.
I did my opening joke.
You did something on the phone about fucking.
Wait, Schizo Bill. You didn't. Because we set up the mic and everything when people want to do their act. We don't allow comedians to do their act sitting down because it's awkward.
Yeah, why didn't you do that for me before then?
When?
Well,
do you want to set up? We'll do it. If you
let's
want to
hear
do
the
that,
opening
stand up.
joke. Here, stand up and let's hear the opening joke. This should be good. It's Schizo Bill, the comic from Cleveland, right?
Chicago.
All right, yeah. Chicago?
No, Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland.
I thought he had like a Midwest accent.
Ohio. I thought you were from Chicago.
Hi, my name's Bill, and I'm schizophrenic. This comedy set is dedicated to all the schizophrenics that the deaf schizophrenic. I screwed up the joke.
Yeah, so start over. That never hurts it.
Yeah. All right, sit down.
All right.
Yeah, you
sit down and that might be easier.
This
Actually, wait. You should stand up. Actually,
You know what? I like him standing up better.
When you think about it now a little longer,
I was going to say that, but
you broke
the mic just came out of the
you
thing.
better sit down because
you broke the thing.
Yeah, the mic doesn't go all the way up. So
you got to get him
sit
something.
down. Get comfortable.
Dan, you hold on to it, then you stand up and you hold it up.
You hold it because you broke
hold
it.
it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Is
idea.
that fixable?
Then we'll hold the mic for you. So stand up, Bill, so we can get
There you
your
go.
opening
Just
joke.
be careful.
All right. You know what? The Pal Talk camera, they're saying they can't see him.
Oh.
You better sit down because your head is being cut off.
You don't unless you want your head cut off.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what? If I hold it back like this, he could stand up.
Wait, tilt it.
Yeah, I'm going to tilt
Like
it
that?
like that.
All right. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, stand up, Bill.
You know what? It shakes too much. Put it back down.
Oh, that's my fault.
Yeah. Now the top of your head, you better
You
sit
guys
back
are all
down.
plotting against me.
No. That's just...
Stop being paranoid.
You know something? I think you need medication if you're
I
thinking
do
that.
need
But
medication.
take a seat because
seat. All right.
actually, I could kind of raise the camera electrically.
Yeah.
You can do that?
Pot it up
Yeah.
a bit.
I'll tell you, that technology is
I can
something.
pop it up if you want him to stand. So you got? Do you have a MySpace account?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
A lot of people are into MySpace these
Fucking-
days. Jimmy
it's-
has
dude,
one.
it's
I have a lot of...
amazing.
You know how many fucking T-shirts I sold the other day?
lot, right?
I'm selling
Unbelievable.
T-shirts.
That's
Oh, you
it.
are?
Why don't
Oh,
you give?
okay.
Why don't you give a plug?
My T-shirts say
No, give a plug for your MySpace. account.
MySpace.com/
Because I know
you're
I
one
had
of
a
my
lot
friends.
of friends.
One of my friends on there.
Before I got on
He's one of
there,
my
I had
friends.
like none.
I'm
and
trying
now,
to plug it. Go
I-
ahead.
That's what we're telling you to do.
Okay, it's MySpace.com.
Because I had 250, and then now I got over 12,000,
It's so
almost
ridiculous
13,000.
the way you do that.
I try, but you got to keep in
13,000.
touch with your fans is what it's all about. And if you get a
MySpace.com.
He's a big bear. He's a big bear. Look at him. Isn't he a big bear?
And
How many do you
actually
have?
give
I have
bulletins
278.
and everything like
Friends?
that.
Yeah, 278.
You'll notice
Bill's
because
my friend. Bill was
because
the
of
first one to
plug-
join my fan club.
Because
I'm
of
a
the
friend of
plugs
yours?
you give,
Yeah.
you'll
didn't know
notice
that.
your friend rate will go through the
Just
roof.
plug it, dude. Plug it. Jim Mike's
MySpace.com/
cock.
I had all
Schizo
the
Bill.
a whole
This
contest about who had more
within a
people,
week.
and I'm
was
winning so
amazing.
far.
How many do you have?
Amazing.
13,000.
Yeah,
That's
and
a lot.
I have
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
under 30.
You're a
Yeah,
famous
just have a Dane
comedian, though, or
Cook and just,
something.
17,000 people.
Please, a lot.
Give out your MySpace address and let's go on with more something else.
MySpace.com.
It's got like
Because it's
100
getting
people.
more.
MySpace.com/
It's getting
Schizo
more.
Bill.
Yeah,
So you
that's
have to do
completely.
it. You have to do it.
Exactly. So
I got
you're,
hit by a car. Did I tell you guys I got hit by a car?
No.
No.
I had brain surgery. I had a subdural hematoma.
Where do you have a scar?
Yeah,
Where is it?
back here.
His head.
Yeah, turn around.
I literally thought he was going to pull just the toupee off.
Keep turning.
Wait,
turn all the way
I
around.
can't see it.
Yeah, you go all the way
No,
around.
keep turning.
Keep going.
Keep turning
going.
around.
Can't see it.
Stop right there. No, turn the
Oh,
other way.
there it is. There it
now
is.
stop
Wow.
right there.
He's look at
Now
Lou,
do your act.
Look at Lou Grant neck.
Wow. I bet you got a lot of hair on your back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell. It goes right from your back to your head.
You gotta shave that.
There
so
is a
people
big
know where the
scar
back hair
there.
begins. No, turn the other way. We got a camera going the other way. So turn.
up and down, Lou?
Keep
That's,
turning. Keep
wow.
turning all the way around. The camera's behind you now.
Dude, that is a huge
No,
scar.
turn the other way. The other way.
Holy shit.
What the dude? Why do you have a scar on your neck,
That was a. You sure that was a car? What was it? The Chevy lobotomy?
dude? Why do you have a scar on your neck? That's fucking massive.
That is a big one.
What happened?
Oh, did I tell you guys I'm in law? I was in law school.
I want to
Jesus,
hear about
dude.
the car.
Yeah, we already
Okay,
heard about
I was
that.
at a party, and a car. I was in charge of the party.
Yeah.
And a car hit a car in the back lot, and everyone screamed my name, and so I ran out to stop the car, and I jumped up, hit the windshield, did a triple flip up in the air, and then hit my head on the ground.
As a trick?
No, that's what happened.
That was a trip.
I I would joke about it, but it's not that funny.
I know you told it, and it's
No, I didn't tell it.
You did
tell it.
You
What?
did
Did
before.
I?
Yeah,
like 3 times.
Try it again.
No,
I'm not going to tell
no,
it.
hold
It's
on.
not that funny with
You're-
jokes.
no, hold on. Let's not mess with him. You already told the joke. It didn't get
You
anything.
told that one. It wasn't that
You
good.
told the joke
Your
about the car
your friend out there, when he originally called, said that not only are you a schizophrenic comic, but that you won the lottery. That's
My
kind of
God.
odd.
Oh my God!
A lot of people, if they won the lottery, would be.
I
out.
never
How much
fucking
did you win?
gambled, dude. I never
I
gambled.
think I won $50,000, but I'm not sure what's going on anymore.
You certainly didn't spend it on clothes.
Yeah, I know. He's a cheat too.
I know those clothes make him look like some what the
fucking
hell?
detective.
No, yeah. What the hell is this?
So what do you do, man, when you're not being mistaken for Brian Dennehy?
I'm in grad
That's it,
school.
Jimmy. That was
I'm in grad school. I was in law school, but I flunked out. And now I'm in grad school.
Well, so you're in grad school and you
So
win
what-
the lottery. You're bullshitting.
What else do you do for like another job? You got another job?
No, I'm just in grad school, and I'm in my last semester of grad school.
What do you do at night?
He's glad to be there.
I don't do anything.
You're incorrigible.
So this lottery thing.
How much?
How much did you win?
$50,000.
50 large.
What'd you
What'd you spend it on?
Did
man?
you always play the lottery growing up?
No, but I spend it on scratch-off tickets.
Get out of here. Why would you spend lottery winnings on scratch-off tickets?
Certainly didn't spend it on clothes.
Oh my God!
What's wrong, Bill?
Oh, man.
You
Bill,
guys are driving me nuts.
Why didn't you go to like a casino? I mean, the odds were so much better.
I think instead of scratch-off tickets, boy, that must have been something scratching that last ticket off. You must have been like, come on, baby.
Come on, baby.
Dude, I never
I got a
gambled.
winner.
No?
I never.
You
no,
should have
fuck
gone
that.
to the track or Atlantic City or something. Put it all on red.
it
At
on
least you got like a
black,
50-50
yeah.
chance or something. But the odds are a little better.
So you've been playing the lottery your whole life, or like what made you play the lottery?
Voices told me to buy that particular ticket.
Wow,
What?
really?
I used to get Voices used to give me stock picks. I was actually hospitalized for that.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Were they bad?
No, I was getting really good picks. Morgan Stanley stopped me from trading.
What?
Morgan Stanley stopped me from trading.
Why?
Hate those two
Because
guys.
I was doing too good.
yourself.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Kill yourself.
Morgan Stanley stopped me from trading because I was doing too good in the stock market.
Too good.
Why would they stop you?
Because they thought I had inside information.
Well, because you were actually doing well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like inside information, the voices in your head?
Yeah.
Did Tom
Would
Cruise
be
take?
inside information. I get it.
Did Tom Cruise take you to Las Vegas after that? Dressed in a brown suit.
No, I don't like autistic people.
That is some suit you're wearing there.
You should get a MySpace account, dude, if you want to get fans, because as a comedian, it's just great to advertise.
I've got a MySpace account.
Excellent.
And he's my friend. MySpace.com/SchizzoBill. MySpace.com/SchizzoBill.
Right now, he is one of my best friends.
And I'm at Wilbur's
He
on
is
Tuesday
one
in
of my
Cleveland,
best
Ohio.
friends on MySpace, and I love him so much I have to shout it.
Put out a bulletin, it gets to a lot
Bill,
of
if you're
people.
gonna hang out with us, you can't yell. Why are you yelling?
I don't know. I'm not good at this radio.
But why are you yelling?
Yeah, the yelling is a little much.
Why would you even yell?
I hear that Chicago accent coming through.
You grew up in Chicago?
Bill, no one was talking. We said give
No,
your
but-
plug,
but
and
my
then all of a sudden you
sister-
start
You
yelling
started
at
doing
everybody.
comedy. Like, what
My-
made you want to
Where
do
are you
comedy?
from?
Anybody tell you look like Brian
I don't
Dennehy?
know.
Brian Dennehy.
It's unbelievable.
My
It's
sister
uncanny.
lives in Chicago. She invented
Where are you
the
from?
McDLT box. My sister
I've been
invented
to
the
Chicago,
McDLT
but
box.
it's been
Do
a
you know
long
what that
time
is?
since I've been to Chicago.
It's the Windy
I do
City,
some gigs
Jimmy.
there once in a while. Like I'll occasionally
Yeah.
go out and do a gig
Right.
there, but once in a while I've done Cleveland too. A lot of
know.
times I'll go to Maine.
I was on MySpace
Massachusetts,
the other night and I was talking to
sometimes
this
I'll go
guy.
to
All I know
Boston,
about Chicago
maybe
is
Las
He's one of my
Vegas,
friends on
occasionally
MySpace.
Las Vegas.
You weren't talking to me.
Sometimes
We're
I
in
work
the,
Jersey, which is my home club.
yeah.
Other times
It's an amazing
Poughkeepsie.
thing. We
Other times
talk
Fort
back and
Lauderdale.
forth.
It
Back
depends
forth,
many
He
different
actually
times
sells
I work.
T-shirts. You
I
know,
always
and
try to
Yeah,
run
my
around
T-shirts
and
say
try to get him
my
to
love
hype
for
it,
you
you
is
know what I
stronger
mean?
than
It's
any
really
restraining
interesting
order.
I
thing,
don't
but
always do
Yeah.
well,
one
but
of
I
those
I've never
things.
seen his. I don't think
It's
it's
one of
my
those
friend.
things.
I don't know though. I just
You
check
meet
out
somebody
the-
online and you want to continue
Do
talking.
you guys bring Poland here for every
I
guest?
just I have a good time with them.
I got to approve him, so I got to
It's
go
just an
through all
amazing
of them.
thing.
All of them. So he might
I remember back when I was in first grade.
I don't even think he would have
It's
gone
like an
through.
interesting
We're probably not
time.
even on the air
Like they
anymore.
were
You guys are
sitting there,
just
and it's just
A lot of times I just click deny.
We were on MySpace and we were just going back and it was amazing. I mean, we must have went back and forth like 22
try to
times.
do well.
It
And
was interesting.
I once
It was
I
just
went
an
to Fort
interesting
Lauderdale
thing.
and I went
Yeah.
out bombing, and the guy's like, "You're not coming back here," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"All right, well, just
Wow.
So how
don't
long you
fucking
lived
send
in
me that
Chicago?
tape." I mean, you know,
I don't
Steve's
live in
kind of like a
Chicago.
Where are you
bisexual
from?
Creepy bear.
Ohio?
Fucking
I'm from Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, see, knows. He knows.
All right.
He's remembering things. He's remembering things that I'm telling him.
The voice in your head.
No, the guy over there.
What guy? There's no guy over there.
I'm trying to tell you something, dude.
He's trying to point at a guy.
Jimmy's talking.
The West Coast is different.
Have you ever seen A Beautiful Mind?
Yes, I've seen A Beautiful Mind.
Do you remember when he was imagining a friend? There's nobody sitting there.
I'm trying to teach you something.
I'm pretty sure there's a guy sitting there, and I think it's Anthony. I'm not a big fan of the show because I don't have XM.
Bill,
I'm trying to tell you something.
Anthony called in sick today. I hate to tell you.
Yeah, Anthony hasn't been here actually since Tuesday.
What does he look like?
Dude, I'm trying to
You know
tell you
what?
something.
Anthony is actually in your hometown of Chicago
Dude,
right
I'm
now.
trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
Why are people putting pictures of dead things near me?
What are you talking about?
Dead things.
So, dude, you've been doing stand-up for how long?
A year and 2 months.
Okay, is it your full-time job?
No. Cool. But I got a gig in Cambridge, Ohio this Saturday.
Oh, nice. So what are you doing? You're not being mistaken for Brian Dennehy.
Brian Dennehy.
Hey,
Bill, what happened?
To where? I'm not sure what happened.
You got a scar on your head.
You
What
have a
happened?
scar on your head. They were just pointing out.
I got hit by a car.
Are you kidding?
Get out of
me?
here.
Shit.
Hey, turn around so we can see
Let me
it.
see.
He did not get hit by a car.
Keep turning. Keep turning.
Holy
That is a big
crap,
scar.
that's a lot of hair.
Hey, Lou Grant neck, huh?
That's a lot
I don't know how I
of hair.
come up with this stuff.
I bet you got a hairy back, right?
Oh, my God. I need more shock treatments.
Why? What's wrong?
You guys,
What
That's a
happened to
hell
your
of a
head, dude?
scar,
I'm
man.
hearing voices.
What happened
You
to your
get
head?
hit by a Chevy lobotomy?
Yeah, I'll tell you, you're on fire.
I try.
All right. Do I win an XM satellite thing, or is there some other creepy person coming in?
Satellite.
This is terrestrial radio. Could you please watch your
Put
language?
foil on your head.
Oh,
It protects
I-
you from the satellite rays.
Kill yourself.
Ever do that?
Everyone knows
You ever put
you're
foil
wearing
on your
women's
head?
Underwear. Kill yourself.
Keep the signals from getting through. You ever heard of that?
They're seeing
Is there a
right
guy
through
right there?
you. They're seeing right through you.
There's no one.
They know you wear ladies' panties. Kill yourself.
It's just me, you,
Kill yourself.
Jimmy.
Kill yourself.
You're the guy that they say's not here.
Kill yourself.
What are you
guy?
talking to? I don't. What are you talking
What
about?
guy, Bill?
That guy right over there.
you
He's,
keep
I think
talking
his
to
name is
If
Anthony.
you keep talking to yourself, they're going to think you're
And
crazy.
that's Jim Norton, and that's Bill Burr. I know that's Bill Burr because he's a friend of mine on MySpace.
Oh, you're on
You're
MySpace?
on MySpace?
You have a MySpace account? The best-
MySpace.com.
I'll tell you right
I
now,
love
this guy is
MySpace.
one of the greatest,
One of
he's
the
one of the
best ways
funniest
to
guys.
market
Stay on
yourself if you're in
MySpace. A lot
comedy
of times when you go on
or
the road,
anything,
like,
really.
I like to work Massachusetts. I like to work Fort Lauderdale.
But you gotta
all
hype
kinds
your
of
site.
places,
Hype your site. Get it in there.
MySpace
I'm saying he's a good
is
friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine on
Friends are really
MySpace.
the
I
key
really
to
enjoy,
MySpace. It's getting
being
as
on
many people on
MySpace.
board as you can, because then you could send out
Yeah.
the bulletins, tell people where you're going to be. So the more friends you have, the better you're going to do. So give it one more plug.
Come on, man. There's a lot of dead air here.
Because I started, I had no friends, and within a matter of months, I got like almost 13,000 friends right now. Jimmy had a bunch.
Jimmy, he's not here.
Trying to beat him. We had a little
Give me a pen and
competition.
I'll put it on the.
But
Yeah, go ahead, put it down. There you
whatever
go.
works for
All right,
you.
listen. All right, we got to know Schizo Bill. This is American Mess. I think it's time to hear a little bit of your act.
Yeah.
That's why you're in here.
That's tough for a comic to do your act.
Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it sitting down or standing up? It's really up to you.
I'll do it standing up.
All right, hold on a minute. We got to set up the camera.
Now I
here.
got to fix the camera because your head is kind of cut off.
You can't see him, dude. You got to sit down.
Wait a minute. Your head's being. Yeah, you're right. You better sit down.
Oh, you know what? What if I angle it? What if I was to angle it a little
tilt
bit
it
higher?
back. Tilt it back.
Stand up.
All right.
Just- I'm going to angle it a little bit higher.
Yeah. All right. Now try standing up. This might work now, Bill.
Go. Nice.
Stand up, dude.
There you go. There you go.
Anthony,
Is it
what do you
shot?
think?
It shakes too much.
It's shaking.
Oh, it's shaking
shaking.
too
You
much?
better put it back down.
I'm sorry
Put it
about
back
that.
Yeah, sit down.
Now you can't see his head. There you
Yeah,
go.
talk
Oh, I want to apologize to all the mentally ill people that
I
I've
can actually
offended.
raise the camera electronically.
You can do that?
Yeah, I got controls.
I'll
over
tell you,
there.
that technology is amazing.
Pot it up.
All right.
There it is.
I'm trying to say something.
Okay. Oh, go ahead, man.
I want
Welcome to the program.
Chicago's own
What do you have to
Schizo
say?
Bill.
I want to apologize to all the mentally ill people that I've offended. And there's some.
Hold on, Bill. You haven't offended anyone because you haven't done your act yet.
Why
Why
would
don't
you
you do
offend
your
anybody?
act, and then at the end of your act,
Finally invited
you
in.
apologize, people.
And
Why
we
would
want to
you
hear a
offend
little of your
anybody?
act.
I
What's
offended
your
people.
opener?
Why?
How do you open when you're a schizo comic? How do you open the show? What's your opening joke?
Well, wait. Do you want him to stand up or sit down? We haven't decided
What
that
are you
yet.
more comfortable doing?
I'm just going to stay here.
I mean,
'cause
you're a
keep going up
stand-up
and down.
comedian.
I don't know. Wearing that suit, I don't think I want to see him standing up.
Yeah, it's the bogus suit. I know.
What do you do all that money you want besides not spend it on clothes?
Yeah, you should have saved some money for clothes.
I signed up on a MySpace.com.
And I'll tell you, this guy is one of my best friends.
Everything will help
one of
out.
my best friends on MySpace.
Hey, Bill.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
What's this?
So do you want to do some of your acts? Dude, do some of your acts.
Wait. What, Bill?
There's a guy in a beekeeper suit
Keep your-
rolling around.
What are you talking
yeah. Yeah, sure. That happens every day on a radio show.
He gave me tape.
Dude, do some of your act. Do it like I know it's kind of
Wait, hold on a minute. This guy is nuts. You just saw what?
A guy in a beekeeper suit came in here and gave me tape and put a basket here. Can you see this basket?
Is that your opening line? Do your opening line. What's your opening line?
That ain't
this
gonna
is
work
when he pretends
unless you have
like
a-
he's
if
not
you
on
have
medication.
a setup for it, it would help though.
Yeah. Are you
I'm
playing the crazy guy?
I'm playing the crazy guy.
Because that would be
I
kind
am
of cool. A guy comes out and all of a
Jim.
sudden he's imagining things on the stage.
I think Jim's on to something. I think this is an act. He's pretending to be crazy. Oh, I saw a guy in a beekeeper suit. I mean, what a fucking hack, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's not hack. That's brilliant.
You got to come up with a better reference.
That's brilliant. I just invented a guy in a beekeeper suit out of nowhere.
How many times have you heard the beekeeper reference? I mean,
I've heard it once. I've heard it 100 times.
Yeah.
A lot, and I've heard it once. So
Carlos
I've heard it
Mencia
100
does
times.
it.
Exactly. He did a whole
and
sketch
before
on
him,
it.
Robin Williams did the whole.
They
I
stole
see a
it from me.
beekeeper.
They stole the beekeeper act from me.
have you ever worked with the Punisher?
Who's that?
It's the guy that held the electrodes to his head.
Oh God!
I can't believe you just saw a beekeeper. That's a little strange. But then again, you're Schizo Bill, so that would
And he
make
can't
sense.
afford his medication anymore.
Right. So why don't you?
I thought I was taking it now, but I
Go
think I
ahead,
need
Schizo
more.
Bill. Do your opening stuff, buddy. That's what you're here for.
Right.
This comedy set is dedicated to all the deaf schizophrenics that can't
Stop.
hear their voices. Oh, that's the guy that doesn't exist is telling me I stop.
I didn't say a word.
one said-
I
Will you
swear.
stop pointing out the window and just focus on your act?
Do your act, bro.
Yeah.
And to all the schizophrenics
Stop.
out
Dude,
there,
what time
Jesus,
tomorrow?
but they all
Stop.
drown.
I don't think
Kill
so.
yourself.
All right.
Looks like a celebrity.
I did a joke
figured
about
Hold on a
suicide
minute,
already.
Bill. Hold on a minute.
So what do you do in your spare time when you're not being mistaken for Brian Dennehy?
Brian Dennehy.
He looks like a cop from Dog Day Afternoon. Give us soft drinks.
It's like a rogue cop.
This is crazy.
Rogue
you guys,
cop.
you guys are all plotting
just
against
one of
me.
those guys. He's just out there doing his own thing.
Your buddy, who actually turned us onto you, told me you won the lottery.
My God, yes, I won the lottery.
How much?
Won $50,000.
50 grand. 50 large.
Yeah.
What'd you do with the money?
Certainly didn't spend
Obviously.
on clothes.
I spent it on this suit. And there's a beekeeper.
What did you
coming
do
in
with it?
that.
Wait. What?
The beekeeper's here again.
Yeah, the beekeeper joke didn't work the first time, all right? You spent it on what?
The beekeeper came in and walked out with a sugar.
Bill, relax.
Yeah, sure.
Do
you
your
did.
opening joke, brother.
Why would he
I've
do
done
that?
it.
Why would someone in a
he's having an
beekeeper?
episode?
Yeah,
Come on,
let's
just
get
I want to
relax.
know what he spent his lottery money on.
You're here with friends. There's no beekeeper. There's nobody sitting here. Okay,
MySpace.com/Anthony Cumia.
We're trying to hype your act here.
Yes.
This show is known for.
Okay,
helping-
I'm at
to me,
Wilbur's
I'm
Tuesday
telling
in
you right now,
Cleveland.
when
There
I was
you go.
sitting there.
There, all right.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
among friends, Ricky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at Wilbur's Tuesday in Cleveland.
Wait, can you hold on a second?
Where are you going to be
Is
performing?
he there?
Wait.
What?
Where are you going to be performing?
Wait.
Wilbur's.
I'm Opie. Look at me. I'm a redhead. I'm Opie. This
You're
is
Bill
Anthony.
Burr.
No, I'm Opie.
You're.
Wait.
Bill Burr
Wait.
flipped out on Monday. He'll never be on this show again. I'm Opie.
All right, dude. So do some of your act, man. You have to do a little bit of material.
Quiet.
You got to stop looking over there. Look at this. Is Anthony's right here.
Yeah.
I'm Opie.
Don't say anything. It's bad.
Go ahead,
do
brother.
your
Do
act.
some of your act.
Come on, this is awkward silence.
All right, all right.
Don't talk.
Dude, you
It's
gotta
bad.
get on the road.
Bad
That's the
things will.
important thing.
I know,
Bad
man.
things will
On the
happen.
road. You gotta- I've
Bad
done
things if
Fort
you
I'm on the road,
talk.
I've
I'm
done
in Cambridge.
Vegas, Steve
Wait, I'm in
Jobs' Arms.
Cambridge
I've been
Saturday.
all over the place. We're in Cambridge.
That's great. That's
I don't know.
I have
some
never done
hotel,
Cambridge,
some
but I heard it's
hotel.
actually a really
Through
good city.
hysterical
I've done
management.
Vegas. I've done Los Angeles. I mean, it's all
Bill, watch
different,
out for that mousetrap
you know?
in front
Hey,
of
have
you.
you
by the way.
have you
different
gotten out
thing.
to Vegas yet?
No.
You haven't gotten out there.
Bad things.
That's a quick flight from Chicago, man.
I
I'm
farthest
surprised
I
you
did
haven't
was
been out
Charlotte,
there.
North Carolina. I did the
Oh, you
comedy
did.
zone.
You're
in Charlotte.
from Chicago.
Yes,
to North Carolina.
In
A lot of
Chicago.
comedians have
Bill,
come out of Chicago.
Just,
so.
Bill, look over here.
I know,
We're
some
over
biggies.
here.
What?
All right, Bill.
Are
do some
you
of your
okay?
act. I'd love to hear some of your act.
Are you okay?
We're
Yes,
over
I'm
here.
okay.
You don't
We're
seem
okay.
all right.
Yeah, you're fine. Do some of your act.
You're a little flushed. Are you okay?
Yeah, stand up.
We're
You
over
need
here.
help? Should
Stand
we
up and
call
do your act.
somebody?
Do you want to stand or do you want to sit? It's up to him, dude. You can't make him stand. What do you want to do?
I'd stand up.
Anthony.
Let's
Who's
have him
telling me to
stand
sit
up.
Anthony. She seems to be.
Bill, why are you
looking around
standing
the
up?
room.
That's a problem because
can't see
the
it.
top
His
of
head
his
gets
head
cut
is
off.
cut
But why
off
is
in
he
the
standing
camera.
up? Who told him to stand up? The camera was set perfectly for him sitting
All
down.
right, just sit down.
Okay.
Okay, Bill.
Do some of your act.
Bill, just
How do you
look at me.
open?
I'm
I'm
here.
also in law school.
Okay.
I I got into law
Dude, the
school through
fucking
a special
Pink Panther is
program that
getting killed in
considers
reviews.
adversity you face
Everybody's
as
saying
a
it's an
career.
awful film.
Horrible.
I know. We should talk about the Pink Panther movie in a little while here. But
My adversity is I got hit by a hit-and-run driver and had brain surgery, and I'm schizophrenic.
Yep.
See, now that's a good joke.
What joke?
That's I'm not done yet.
You said Steve Martin's no good.
I was very well qualified. I had a 3.82 grade point average in grad school, but I didn't get in the first time I applied. I guess some autistic guy with a lobotomy and a 4.0 must have beat me out.
Oh, that's a good one.
I like that joke.
Yes.
That's a really good joke.
That was a good joke.
That's a good joke. But how do you open up your act? That's what everyone wants to know.
I've been trying to tell you people.
Then open, dude. You haven't.
Okay, I forgot how I opened my act.
No, all right.
Oh.
Well, let's let him open his first joke. Seriously, go ahead. Let him do it. Finally.
Okay. When I was in the mental hospital, I did therapy. I did art therapy, music therapy, and writing therapy. In writing therapy, I learned to write poetry. I write poetry to the woman I stalk. I write things like, love is a strange emotion, yet I understand it when I'm with you. I seriously considered suicide until I met you, and my love for you is stronger than any restraining order. You don't like that one?
Well, where's the...
Hey, where'd you get that? You're holding a stuffed animal. What'd you do with the fucking head?
Someone cut the head off.
That is sick. That someone is you.
Holy
Look in your
shit,
right
that is
hand.
sick.
Your other right.
Yeah,
You
why
don't
is
see
there
the
blood on your
evidence?
hand, Bill?
There's no blood on
Reach into the neck and pull the head out. Reach into the neck and pull the head out. Reach into the neck and pull the head out.
Dude, the Pink Panther's getting really
Reach
bad
into the
reviews.
neck.
Why would
and
Oh,
pull
my
the head
God.
out.
What did you do to the head?
Bill, what did you just do?
Smell you.
You killed it.
MySpace.com.
I'm telling you
I
right now, I
have friends on
cannot believe what
MySpace,
is-
but now I have more than I ever imagined.
All right, well,
Wow.
This is odd.
Anthony, did you see what he did to that?
I don't know why you do that. I have no idea
that
why
was a
you
little
do
creepy there, Schizo Bill.
Why hurt a little furry thing?
There's a guy with a camera there, too.
He films everybody that comes
Listen.
Yeah.
All right. He is there.
Yeah, he's definitely there. The beekeeper, I don't know where you got that from.
Bill, who are you talking
There's no
to?
beekeeper.
There's nobody over there.
There's
Just me.
I'm going
and
to tell you
Anthony.
who's all here and see. There's a guy there.
Right, he's there.
There's a guy there.
There's nobody over there.
Yeah, he's there.
You're there.
I'm here, sure.
He's
Anthony,
not there.
Anthony, who's
That's
he
right.
talking to?
Bill Burr is there.
Yeah.
Opie. Who is this Bill guy?
You're Bill.
I saw him at Caroline's. He sucks. He's never going to be on this show.
Yeah, they were saying you sucked the other day.
Dude, they're
Someone
killing
said
the
that.
fucking Pink Panther. Why would he do that?
I don't. Pink Panther sucks.
All right.
Oh, I thought you were extra in that.
No.
They filmed it in Chicago. I don't know how you didn't get any work.
You're from Chicago, right?
You do Zanies a lot in Chicago?
No, I never did Zanies. I'm
You're
going to
from
go there for
Chicago,
Last
why
Comic
not?
Standing. I'm going to go there for Last Comic Standing.
Why don't you just do it? You live there.
Oh,
I
yeah?
don't live there.
What's your opening joke going
Your
to be on that?
suburbs?
Suburbs of Chicago?
I don't know what my opening joke's going to be. I'm all confused. My God.
What?
The beekeeper's back.
What are you talking about?
Man, you
There's
need
no
help.
beekeeper.
You need some medication or
I'm
something.
exhausted,
That's-
brother. Come on, man. Do some of your stuff.
That guy's there, right?
What guy?
That's Poe. I think
Yeah,
that's
Poe's
Poe.
right here.
Yeah.
So
That's
Yeah,
Poe.
Poe is
Okay.
here.
Him and the camera
And
guy
there's a
are always
reason
here
for that.
filming.
Poe
All
is
right.
here because you keep pointing at people who aren't here.
That's why you brought Poe in?
Yeah,
Schizo
he's always
Bill,
in here anyway.
they're telling us you have to go?
Okay.
Oh,
I don't
damn.
have to go, but if you
No,
want me to go,
that's
I'll
fine.
go.
You gotta
They're
get
telling us you
over
have to go, though. I don't know what
They
that
told
means.
us.
I think that
Okay.
beekeeper thing was kind of freaking people out.
Somebody, that guy who told us you have to go or something?
That guy, Bill, he's there.
Yeah.
The Mormon guy.
Yeah, he said you have to go.
you were Bill.
Okay. I'll go.
I thought,
I thought he was an actor.
Wait, someone's talking to me over the phone, over this thing.
What are you talking about?
Hello?
All right, now you're.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Well,
who the fuck are you
Someone's talking to me.
Dude,
What
who
are they
are you
saying?
even talk? What are they
Watch
saying?
our
What are they
mouths.
saying?
Someone's saying Bill.
Look at us.
Look, I'm away from my mic.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I have a test to find out how I know if someone's imaginary or not.
All right.
What's my real name? Only my imaginary people know my real name. You don't know it, so you're not imaginary. Ha!
Maybe I'm just not telling you.
That's true.
Maybe I'm just not telling you. Maybe I'm a little better than the other voices.
I know you're right.
And I don't want to just be lumped in.
Okay, and
with
we're back. We're back from commercials. Listen, we got a very good stand-up comedian from Chicago. He's going to tell us some of our jokes. I know, Anthony, you've been looking forward to this.
Yes.
Tell us, you got a big weekend coming up. doing a road gig in Cleveland. That's quite a travel from your hometown.
I'm
from
doing
Chicago,
Tuesday at Wilbert's.
Tuesday at Wilbert's.
Where's that?
Give us an example of some of the material that they.
Well, where's Wilbert's?
Some of the viewers.
Gig, where's it going to be?
Wilbert's is.
I definitely want to hear him do some
schizophrenic
stuff.
comic.
Wilbert is
a schizophrenic comic.
Yeah,
you played that, haven't you, Jim?
No, but I've heard of it. I've never actually.
You got any schizophrenic material, or do you just not pay attention to being a schizo?
Oh no, it's
Bill,
some
over here.
schizophrenic
Oh,
material.
So what do you open with then?
Martin.
So what do you open with? What's your opening joke?
Martin.
Your friend out there called us about you and told us you won the lottery.
Yeah, I won the lottery.
How much did you win?
I won.
Listen to me, Martin.
What did you spend it on?
Lottery tickets.
Lottery tickets. Why didn't you just go to the track or Atlantic City? You could have gotten 50-50 odds on the wheel. Just put it all on red.
You've been a very bad boy, Martin.
What are you doing? You're not Brian.
You're not
Denny.
doing
got
your
a
job. You
MySpace
got to
account?
talk on the radio.
I am. I
got a MySpace account.
Anthony's calling you
Why
out.
don't you plug it? You get a lot of.
Yeah, you do your act. I've never heard you do. You do your act.
I don't do my act on the radio.
You know, I'm sure you're on the internet. A lot of comedians are today. Are you on MySpace?
They're telling us you have to go, Martin.
Yeah, we gotta let you be.
All right, I'll see you.
What's this Martin guy?
Who's Martin?
Who's Martin? Who's Martin?
There is no Martin. There's only Bill.
But there's a Martin there too.
Martin.
Was there?
I do my act in two personalities. Martin is also another personality.
Okay, we're back from commercial. So we got a stand-up comedian here. He's going to be doing a road gig in Chicago. Could you give us an example of some of your material? I know, Anthony, you've been looking forward to it, haven't you?
Yeah, I'd love to hear something. What do you open with?
Oh, my God.
Your friend on the phone last week told me you won the lottery.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
How much did you win?
$50,000.
$50,000.
What'd you spend the money on?
You certainly didn't spend it on clothes.
What'd you buy with it?
Where are you going? Why are you taking your headphones off?
Someone told me to.
Who?
The headphone.
The headphone told you to take your headphones off?
Yeah.
That is fucked up, dude.
Why do you guys use these headphones anyway? What's up with that? What?
Well, we use them sometimes when we want to.
What are you shutting the throats for? What's going on here?
And we're back from commercial. We have actually, really been looking forward to this. We have a very funny stand-up comedian here, actually doing a road gig in Chicago. He's going to give us an example of some of his material.
You guys must be a commercial because he's gone. He's the leader of the pack.
Bill, I want to thank you for coming in and sitting here at our show. We had a great time.
Hey,
a little
friend,
one-on-one.
Okay,
I'm going to tell you this thing.
A friend last week told us you won the lottery.
Who's saying that?
How much did you win?
50,000.
50 grand. What'd you spend it on?
Where are you guys going?
What'd you spend it on? 50 grand. A friend said last week that you had won the lottery. What'd you spend it on?
MySpace.com/SchizoBill. SKITZOBILL.
You could get in touch with a
buy
lot
my
of people.
T-shirts.
I had about 250 friends at one
on the
point,
website.
but then I wound up getting almost 13,000. A great place to meet people too.
It is a great place to meet people.
Yeah, you put your picture up there. It's great.
Someone's
you look like
talking
Brian
in my
Dennehy.
Why did everyone leave the studio?
Your
except
friend
me?
called last week and said you won the lottery. How much did you win? You do stand-up from Chicago? That's amazing. What's it like being a schizophrenic comic? What's your opening line? How do you get the people?
What?
What are you doing? I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle. I'm a fucking kook. So a friend called last week and said you won the lottery?
Yeah.
How much did you win? 50,000.
I'm not sure if I won the lottery anymore.
Bill, take your clothes off, Bill. Bill, take your clothes off.
No.
God damn it, Bill, take your clothes off.
No.
You look like Brian Dennehy. Brian Dennehy.
Don't take your headphones off, Bill. Bill?
So I heard you were hit by a car?
Yeah, I was hit by a car.
Wow, how'd that happen?
Let
me see. Turn around. Jeez, Ed Asner neck. Wow, you must have a hairy back. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is some scar.
Yeah.
What'd you get hit with, a Chevy lobotomy?
Yeah, that's a good joke. Can I use that joke? Who's that? Camera guy, who's that over there?
There's no one here. The show's over.
The show's over?
Show's over.
Bill, don't leave. Stay.
They're telling me to stay.
Stay, Bill. Don't leave.
I don't know what's going on. Apparently I've taken over the Opie and Anthony studios.
Bill! Take your clothes off, Bill!
I don't know what's going on
God
here.
damn it, Bill. Take your clothes off. Bill, don't leave.
MySpace.com/schizo.
Bill, holy shit, Bill.
What?
Take your clothes off.
No.
God damn it, Bill. Stop fucking with me. Take your clothes off.
Who are you?
This is Jesus Christ, Bill.
I'm an atheist.
I'm the son of God, Bill. Take off your fucking clothes. I don't care. Everyone is gone. You're the only one left. You are the chosen one. I have selected you.
To do what?
To take your clothes off.
Why would that do anything?
This will cleanse your soul, Bill. You must cleanse your soul. Take your clothes off.
My soul's messed up already.
Bill, listen to me. You must cleanse your soul. Take your clothes off.
Why?
It's for the good of all mankind, Bill. You are the chosen one.
I have to get going.
Bill, don't take the headphones off. Don't leave, Bill.
I need some water. Send in a water boy. I gotta take some more pills.
I will send in a water boy. Wait 1 second. Bill, but if I give you water, you must take your clothes off.
No.
Then you get no water.
Someone had to leave water here. Oh. I don't know. This is weird. I don't know what's going on.
Bill, you're on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name's Bill, and I'm schizophrenic. This comedy set is dedicated to all the deaf schizophrenics that can't hear their voices, and to all the schizophrenics that thought they were Jesus. They all drowned. When I was in the mental hospital, I did therapy. I did art therapy, music therapy, and writing therapy. In writing therapy, I learned to write poetry. I write poetry to the woman I stalk. I write things like, love is a strange emotion, yet I understand it when I'm with you. I seriously considered suicide till I met you, and my love for you is stronger than any restraining order. Holy crap, the B guy's here again.
Thank him, Bill.
Thank you. The B guy gave me water. I swear to God there's a B guy.
Keep talking, Bill. You're on air.
I'm talking. This is very strange
Start
for
over,
me.
Bill.
Start over what?
From the top, Bill. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name is Bill, and I'm schizophrenic. I'm also in law school. I got into law school through a special program that considers adversity you face in your academic career. The adversity I faced is I'm schizophrenic, and I got hit by a hit-and-run driver and had brain surgery. I was very well qualified. I had a 3.82 grade point average in grad school, but I didn't get in the first time I applied. I guess some autistic guy with a lobotomy and a 4.0 must have beat me out.
Bill, we got 10 seconds till we come out of commercials, all right? We're going to need you to go right into your act when we come back. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, I keep starting up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name is Bill, and I'm schizophrenic. This comedy set is dedicated to all the deaf schizophrenics that can't hear their voices, and to all the schizophrenics that thought they were Jesus. They all drowned. Do you still need me to go on?
Bill, we had a technical glitch. What I need you to do is start over from the top again.
Oh my God! The show is probably over. What time is it?
3.
You guys are
2,
messing with me.
1.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm in the Opie Anthony studios, and I got voices talking to me, and there's a beekeeper coming in to talk to me, and he gave me water, I think, and
Bill, what are you doing? We want you to talk about the Grammy you won last night. It was best R&B male performance. You remember this, don't you?
I can't sing.
In 5,
I can't sing. I did
3,
sing. I did make up a
2,
song.
1.
Chicks dig me because I'm insane. Chicks dig me because I got a small brain.
Jesus Christ, Bill. You got to talk about the award you won last night. You won a Grammy.
I'd like to thank the imaginary people that voted for my Grammy. What's your name, beekeeper? There's a beekeeper here.
Bill, listen, we're coming out of commercials in about 10 seconds. I'm going to need you to go right into your act, all right? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name's Bill, and I'm schizophrenic. And I don't know what's going on here. There's a beekeeper tearing things apart.
Bill, your act. Your stand-up act. All right, start over again from the top, all right? I got to rewind the tape real quick, but just hold on a sec. All right, Bill, you ready?
Yeah.
Is the beekeeper still there?
Yes.
Fuck the beekeeper. Do your goddamn act, all right?
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name's Bill, and I'm schizophrenic. And I just want to apologize to all those mentally ill people I offended.
Wait, what happened, dude? You stopped.
I'm going. I want to apologize to all the mentally ill people I've defended.
Hey, listen, Bill. I got to rewind the tape again. I got to start over again from the top, all right?
Yeah.
All right. Don't stop. Keep on going. All right?
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name's Bill, and I'm schizophrenic. I've got some jokes about my toenails, but they're kind of long. That's not the joke. I like my jokes like sex, short in and out with lots of laughter.
The doctor needs you.
And I always kill. Did you like that joke, beekeeper?
Bill, what the fuck are you doing? There's nobody in the room with you. Now you just fucked up the entire goddamn recording. Now I gotta start over again. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I need help. Beekeeper, can you raise that thing?
Holy shit, Bill. Are we going to do this all fucking day or what?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, my name is Bill, and I'm schizophrenic. This comedy set is dedicated to all the deaf schizophrenics that can't hear their voices, and to all the schizophrenics that thought they were Jesus. They all drowned. When I was in the mental hospital, I did therapy. I did art therapy, music therapy, and writing therapy. In writing therapy, I learned to write poetry. I write poetry to the woman I stalk. I write things like, love is a strange emotion, yet I understand it when I'm with you. I seriously considered suicide until I met you, and my love for you is stronger than any restraining order. I had a girlfriend in the mental hospital. We never really broke up.
Bill.
We just each underwent... Yes.
Do you have a MySpace account?
Yes, myspace.com/schizobill. Yes, I've got it in there.
And where are you appearing this weekend?
I'm at Wilbert's on Tuesday.
All right, make sure you say that when we come back.
All right, make sure you say that when we come back out of break, okay?
You've been on break?
Yes, Bill.
Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
My MySpace.com account is myspace.com/schizobill. And I'm going to be at Wilbur's on Tuesday in downtown
Bill,
Cleveland.
do some of your act first and then do your MySpace.
I did my act. I did some of my act.
Bill, what's your MySpace?
MySpace.com/schizobill. SKITZOBILL.
Program complete.